Tice, what's going on?
Oh, just getting excited for 2019.
19.
It is.
The coming soon episode.
It is our 2019 preview, our most anticipated.
We loved previews when we were a kid.
We did.
Come on.
Yes, we did.
And now with the birth of the internet, we are able to look up all the films that come out this year.
Exactly right. The internet is a wonderful thing. Without it, we would be screwed. Welcome to Nick Tyson Videotape, everybody.
Hey, gang. What's going on? I hope. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. It's episode number 90.
Good Lord.
Good Lord, indeed.
90 episodes of Nick Tyson Videotape. Tell us what your favourite is.
Yeah, do. Well, we're 10 episodes away. Well, it's lots of people's favourite, I think. Cobra was a blast.
I had a look at the stats for Cobra on a side note.
Oh, yeah.
Not
doing very well.
No, it is.
Oh,
it
yes.
was. Yeah.
Yes.
Golden.
Closet Cobra fans.
Wow.
Yes, it is episode 90. We're 10 episodes away from our 100th episode, Nick.
Good Lord, okay.
Holy shit.
I'm going to do something really good.
But if it is your first time tuning in...
Oh, hello.
Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome.
We are Nick Tyson Videotape.
We are. My name's Nicholas. This is Tice.
Yeah, and you can find our show in a number of different ways, Nick.
That's true. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. It's on TuneIn Radio. It's on... I listen to it on Casts to make sure I don't sound like an idiot when I'm talking about films.
You can find us anywhere.
You can find us anywhere.
Anywhere that good podcasts are sold.
That's true.
You will find our little show.
Yeah. And if you would like to subscribe to...
Radio Public.
If you do that, we actually get a little bit of money without you even doing anything.
You don't have to do anything. You just decide
Radio Public's where it's at, people.
You want to listen through Radio Public. It's a free app.
It is.
You can listen on the desktop or on your mobile phone. It's a good app. It's nicely set up, and we get a little bit of joy in our pockets if you listen to us through that website.
Which we would love. But other than that, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Join us. Join us on all of them.
And we are also, very recently, you can find us on our new favourite social media network.
Yeah, for movie lovers only.
Yeah, it is for movie lovers only. It's like a little club.
It is.
Letterboxd. Get on Letterboxd. If you don't know what Letterboxd is, you're missing out on a lot of fun. It's like the list making of IMDb app, but much better, much more user friendly, and much more interactive. So the social element of it is really great. You get to see what other people are watching, read their reviews, talk to them about movies, read their weird lists that they've put together.
You can make weird lists. I haven't made any yet. I will.
I would love to make a few weird lists.
Weird lists?
Yeah.
Like
we should make
films I haven't seen.
We should make lists of the funniest movie runs.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And so far we definitely have Robin Tunney and The Craft. What else have we got? I can't remember, but we did used to love talking about funny movie runs.
Funny movie run. The other one was... Oh, Jesus. We did... oh, my God. Sydney Prescott.
Oh.
We haven't done her, but she's got a weird run. We spoke about that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Sydney Prescott, which is the actress's name is...
Nev Campbell.
Thank you. Yeah, Nev Campbell in Scream.
But yes, you can find us and follow us on Letterboxd. I'm Tice_Videotape.
That's true, and I'm Nick_Videotape.
There you go. We even just...
How good is that?
We linked in the show and everything, so we're very easy to find.
Very easy.
This week, Nick, we're not going to do talking trailers because we feel like we're going to end up talking about a lot of trailers in our lead up, talking about our 2019 preview episode.
Yep.
So we're going to do a little bit of news.
I forgot that was a song.
Yeah, Newsflash.
Newsflash, yes. Well, the nominations came out.
We have had our Oscar nominations. They came out the night that we last recorded our show.
True.
So it's been about 10 days now.
It has. We've had a sit. We've sat with them.
We have.
We've stewed on them.
We have.
This is mine and Tice's grand final, our World Series. This is why we watch movies.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as that, but it is. I enjoy the celebration immensely.
You know what? Don't listen to what I'm talking.
Because as I'm getting older, I'm discovering that very much fewer of my favourite movies of the year are anywhere near the Oscars. But that does not mean that I do not love the Oscars and everything that
and also
that happens in the lead up to it and the night itself.
It's fun.
I love the hubbub.
Yeah.
I love that people spend a good month just talking about movies and stuff. They come to the forefront. What they think's going to
win. What they think isn't going to win. What
Don't's going
to win. How good is that? It's been a while. Look, it's been a while. It's been a day. But yeah, all the lead up to it. And then from there, I forget where I was going. Damn it.
It's a good time for all, basically.
Don't listen to me.
So, Nick, what did you think overall? What were your impressions of the nominations?
I haven't watched anything yet. I am doing it slowly. I recently just watched A Star is Born and Roma. So, I'm not going to talk about them tonight, but, they're in there. My first reaction, which it simmered down after, was I wasn't a huge fan of, even though I am a massive fan of the film, Black Panther. I was like, oh, Best Picture? Oh, really? Oh, I felt that kind of takes away of what Black Panther as what they achieved on that film with an all African-American cast and crew. I felt it took away from that, but then it sat with me for 24 hours and I was like, you know what? I hope it fucking wins. You know what? God damn it. Let it win.
I mean, it'd be wild if it won. It would be absolutely wild. It won't win, but God, it would be out of control.
We don't know. It might win, Tice.
Look, it might be everybody's third pick, and then it might just have just enough first place votes to pull it through to the second round, and then all of a sudden, all these third and fourth choices, they start adding up.
Exactly.
It's probably no one's least favourite of that list, and that's a really important statistic that people forget when it comes to the preferential system.
That's
if
true.
It's nobody's least favourite movie,
it'll probably win.
It's in with a good chance.
It's in with a good chance.
Which is partly why there's a lot of discussion about the kind of the diluting of the films that are winning these days. Because they seem to be the kind of films that are the least offensive to the greatest number of people. Yeah. And maybe that is not really what art's about. Maybe it's about the passionate love for something.
Exactly.
And if there's enough people that passionately love one of these movies, maybe it deserves to win, as opposed to a great deal of people thinking, it's pretty good.
Do you think that, which you probably do you think that the subject of the film has a lot to do with why it wins Best Picture?
I think
talking about things like Crash or 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, I think what
things.
What is in the subconscious of society at any given time is a pretty strong deciding factor when it comes to the kind of films that people want to win. I definitely think so.
Okay. Because it's not just and I know that not all the people who vote have seen everything. I feel like they don't.
That's also a big part.
It should be a requisite. You need to have watched them all.
I mean, they'd only get 300 people voting, I reckon, in the end.
Exactly. Come on. If that's 300 people voting, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'd rather all of the people watching the films than, I saw Vice. It was good, yeah.
But I'm pretty excited. I think I've come around a little bit on the nominations since watching a few of them.
Okay.
That I was kind of maybe a little
and not really all together.
I thought maybe it was a bit of a token kind of I guess it's I can see why they've nominated, but I don't think it's going to be for me. And I've watched it and been like, oh, okay, that's not a bad movie at all.
But there was no looking at last year, because that was our last episode, looking at last year. There's nothing in that, because I was going over it going, hang on a minute, why wasn't that nominated for Best Picture? There's nothing that stood out.
There's nothing I've watched yet that would displace anything that we've spoken about, except maybe for one category.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that when we do our Oscars special.
That's it, our Oscar extravaganza, coming to you in probably 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Tice get dressed up. We literally do the podcast in tuxedos.
We do?
And as you can tell by his little raise of the vote, we don't at all. Look, we're in tracksuit pants. What are you going to do?
Is that all the news we wanted to talk about?
That is all the news.
There you go.
We're Oscar ready.
All right, well, I think it's time for our feature prez then, man.
Feature prez, here we go.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, here we go.
2019.
Here we go. Here we go. Indeed, it is.
Welcome to the coming attractions.
Coming
attractions
of 2019. So the way we do this, ladies and gentlemen, we go month by month.
Month by month.
By release date, did you write down the release dates, or did you just kind of?
I literally just chucked it in.
Whatever.
It's the month.
Yeah. So we tend to pick 3 or 4 or maybe 5 each that we are excited about in that particular month. And more often than not, there will be crossover with at least 3 or 4 of them.
That's
there
true.
might be a little one here and there that we like. We have a quick discussion about them, and then we move the fuck on, because we've got
true.
12 months to talk about.
We do. We'll say, will we see this at the cinema Or will we wait for streaming?
That's it. Wait for streaming. I forgot about that.
That's true.
And so we hope maybe that we'll kind of, you guys might get to have get to hear about some films that you maybe didn't know were coming.
Exactly.
And you can get a bit excited about them.
Yeah.
Or you can be as excited as we are about some films that you know are on the horizon.
That's true. Or if there's something that we don't mention and you're like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
What about this?
What
and
about?
we go, well...
Hobbs and Shaw.
Damn it. Why do you...
As if you didn't mention Hobbs and Shaw.
Come on.
So...
No one's seeing that. No, I'm kidding. Everyone's saying that.
That trailer's bonkers. Have you seen that trailer?
I literally just watched it today.
God,
and I was like,
going on?
I'm in. I'm in.
Someone on a different podcast, and I don't want to. I hate stealing material, but made a really good point.
Yep.
This series started with them driving around in Honda Civic stealing DVD players.
That's so true. Look back
Look
at
where we are now. Idris Elba is like a supervillain.
He is. He's wearing like a fucking Batman suit.
Yeah, he's like an Avengers villain.
And punching The Rock into a car. Oh my God.
They're fucking what are they?
Jumping out of buildings?
Bungee jumping out of buildings and shit.
The Rock just went free falling.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll grab someone.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'll figure it out on the way down.
Jason Statham's like, no, I'm a bit smarter than that. I'm going to take this elevator.
What happened to drinking Coronas and having a barbecue with your friends?
What happened to that? Come on, man. What happened to Race Wars, Tice?
Race Wars.
Fucking Race Wars,
the
man.
The worst named racing event of all time.
Where's the movie where we do Race Wars as just the film?
Oh,
why didn't that happen?
Thought of that.
Come on. Race Wars the film.
Isn't that technically what Speed Racer would be, I guess?
Is it?
Probably.
Speed Racer.
Hey, so January has gone.
January has passed. We will not be talking about January.
No, well, the only thing I thought we'd mention, we still want to see it, and we haven't seen it, I assume neither of us have seen it yet, which is Glass.
That's true, I haven't, no.
And the reviews have been mixed.
They've been hella mixed, I tell you what. And everyone who knows I'm a massive fan is writing to me on Facebook going, oh, Nick, oh, no. And I'm like, no, I don't want to hear it.
Well, see, I'm getting it from two angles, man. I'm getting the people that are saying, if you were a fan of the series up to this point, it's like a kick in your nads.
Oh.
And I'm like, hang on.
Kick in the nads in a good way?
No. And I know that's your thing, so you're going to love it. No, like a disappointing kick in the nads.
Right. I don't want a disappointing kick in the nads.
Whereas other people have been saying, like, it's a really kind of, it's a very thoughtful conclusion. Like, it doesn't do what you expect it to do, but it does present some really thoughtful ideas and things like that. So I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air.
Okay.
Some review sites that I usually trust have been very kind, and others that haven't been. So it's a bit of a mix. It's a legitimate mixed bag.
Mixed bag.
So I'm still holding out hope that I can potentially take enjoyment from it.
I'm going to love it.
I think I'm white.
I'm sure I'm going to love it. Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
But that's
really
the only
January.
thing in Jan. Yeah.
Should we start then?
Let's go Feb.
Let's go February.
February.
So Nicholas.
Yes.
This is what we have here is the movie that has the best title for 2019.
Oh, really? Are you? What are you talking?
Now,
are you talking about? Is it an art film?
You could call it
based on an art
film, I guess.
It really does have the best title. You're not going to beat a better title than this.
And I'm actually sad that it's the first movie we're going to talk about because how do you beat this as it's
You're
all
not beating this title.
Downhill from here.
Not even the movie Shazam is going to, which is one of my favorite onomatopoeias ever.
Yeah.
Shazam! I love that.
100%. I love that it's also got the exclamation point in the title.
Absolutely.
But no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot.
I was not thinking about that film.
Are you serious? Were you talking about a different film?
I was talking about Velvet Buzzsaw.
Oh, that's also a very good title.
Yes.
But that is not the movie I was talking about.
I don't know that one.
I'm talking about, the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot. It's Sam Elliott.
Right.
Stars as a... it feels kind of indie, but like in a weird kind of heavy action kind of way.
Okay.
He stars as a guy who is kind of like a gun for hire.
Oh, I did see
and
this
has a
poster.
reputation of being like one of the all-time badasses who just happened to, in the 40s, be the guy that killed Hitler.
Amazing.
And now is hired to find and kill a Bigfoot.
A Bigfoot.
That is terrorizing the land.
Amazing.
It looks really great.
I'm in. Look, I'm in with Sam Elliott. Okay,
Sam Elliott, grizzled old Sam
Bring
Elliott.
it on. He's been doing the Jeff Bridges before Jeff Bridges was Jeff Bridges. He is the man that made that character. Just look at fucking Tombstone.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Our man Sam
Ghost
Elliott.
Rider.
Exactly. Maybe don't look at that. Maybe don't look at that. Actually, just watch the trailer and then you'll feel like you've watched the film.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. I fucking love Roadhouse. How good is Roadhouse? When was the last time you watched Roadhouse?
It's been a while. I'll revisit.
We'll get there.
Bit of Swayze love. Never goes astray.
Absolutely.
All
right. Well, I didn't know about this.
Fatal
I didn't know you were going to talk about this film. No. I remember seeing a little bit of this film. It looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
Who's directing this?
I don't know.
We don't know.
No, I would have checked, but I don't think it was anybody that I was familiar with.
Oh, no. I don't know him. No, he's just a producer. So, second time director? No, first time director. All right. Robert, I can't say his last name.
And
Robert D.
There is no way this movie has a cinema release, so this is streaming thumbs up.
Streaming thumbs up.
Because I can't go past that title. So as soon as I see it available, I am on it.
The Man Who Killed Hitler. Hurricane Heist for you, Tyson.
Yeah, I still never saw it. Do you know I started watching Hurricane Heist?
Oh, no. Oh, that was a hard exhale. That was a hard exhale. Tyson, what did you expect?
I was not drunk enough for that movie. And so I actually was like, if I was a little bit drunk, I think I might enjoy this.
Okay.
If I had some friends around and we'd had a few drinks and it was like, hey guys, we're going to watch Hurricane Heist. It might have gone down a treat.
All right.
Sitting by yourself at like 10:30 at night, kind of half thinking about going to bed.
The box of wine is half empty.
Yeah, it didn't.
It's a pass.
Didn't do it.
It's a full pass. All right. Well, I wanted to talk about Velvet Buzzsaw,
which you can watch right this second.
You can.
You can
it's
literally turn
already.
off this podcast and watch it on Netflix, and then come back and see if we got it right.
Exactly. What you've got is Jake Gyllenhaal. It's pretentious art snobs and making fun of them. It's trying to make old school story. It's been told before with writing and cinema as well, where you get an artist, whether it be a writer or whatever, and that person dies, and someone finds their art form and tries to make money off it. Now, with a little bit of a twist here, instead of the artist being alive, which happens in previous other films that I've seen, Murder of Crows is the one I'm thinking of. That was actually a really fucking good film.
Tom Berenger and Cuba Gooding Jr.
It was good. I liked it. You didn't like that? Anyway.
That's one of those movies from video store days that I remember so distinctly.
Exactly. I remember really loving it. Anyway, the twist with this is that instead of the artist coming back to kill everyone, the art form is coming alive and killing people. So it's a little bit of a fun story, and then all of a sudden it turns very scary, horror-esque.
I enjoyed the trailer.
It looked fun.
Yeah, it did look fun. Tony Gilroy,
Nightcrawler, man,
the director of Nightcrawler,
come on.
back with Jake Gyllenhaal again.
Yep.
Yeah, look, I'm on board for this. I think the fact that we can, like I said, that we can just watch it immediately is a strong kind of thumbs up for me, because and maybe take away the need for me to leave my house.
And he's in.
And you're winning me over.
The battle's half won.
The battle is
half won. Tyson's literally just clicking. He's like, yep, I'm watching this.
Yeah, so I will give that a watch soon. I'm very interested. The trailer is very cool.
Yeah. And second best title of 2019.
Yeah, and they're both
Buzzsaw.
They're both very early in the year.
I like it.
What else you got from Feb, man? I've got a couple more.
I have I'm surprised. This is the only other one that I haven't seen it. I thought would have some Oscar buzz, is the Hugh Jackman Frontrunner. Oh. We talked about this trailer a while ago. I thought it was coming out last year, but no, it's coming out in Feb. So it's the Hugh Jackman running for, I think it's not president. He's running for like the next one down. What's the next one down?
No, he's running for the president. He's running for the nomination.
Oh, the nomination,
the presidential nomination for the Democratic Party.
Okay, and then he goes into like something. He has like an affair, and obviously the media takes wind of that, and all hell breaks loose with his running party. And then Jason Reitman is the director, Tice. I'm all for this. I was really excited. When we saw the trailer, I was like, I'm hands down, I'm in. And there's no way that this isn't wearing some Oscar buzz, because Hugh Jackman looks like he's putting in the hard yards.
The word on the street that I've heard is that it didn't end up getting anywhere because it's not a great movie, but Hugh Jackman is great in it. But not great enough to elevate the movie out of being pretty disappointing.
Okay, so it's a bit of a Bohemian Rhapsody, you might say.
Yeah, well, I mean, how?
Anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited to see it.
I'm going to see it.
Like,
I love political movies.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with American politics. I just have this real odd fascination with it.
To be honest.
Well, it's a fucking circus at the moment, so it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
And so I'm all about something like this. And I really love looking back into the kind of the early days of American politics.
Yeah, man.
I'm not like Lincoln or anything. Like I'm talking the way that looking at how we've ended up where we are now.
Yeah, man.
So when things started to become a little bit more, risque, I guess, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very keen. I'm going to give it a watch regardless of its lukewarm reviews.
Jason Reitman, man, he's had some bangers in the past.
He has.
And to be honest, I'll watch anything with J.K. Simmons. Anything. JK. My man JK. But that Frontrunner is in cinemas now, I've been told. So, bring it on. But that is all I have for Feb, Tice. What do you have?
Yeah, the only other ones, and the two trailers that we have talked about already, is Happy Death Day to You.
Oh, yeah?
I'm excited to see that sequel. I'm excited to see where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And Alita Battle Angel, because it was on my list last year, and I just feel like it's only fair that I keep it on the list until it finally comes out, which is February 14th. So if you're looking for something to do on Valentine's Day...
Oh! Don't take
anyone to Alita Battle Angel on Valentine's Day. Actually, no, you know what? Maybe you're a huge anime fan. Maybe your partner's a massive anime fan. And you know what? That's a perfect Valentine's Day gift.
Or you're a massive Rodriguez fan, As if.
But if that's what they're banking on by releasing it on that date...
Maybe pass.
They might be shit out of luck on that one. I think.
Shit out of luck. I haven't heard that in ages. Oh, fuck.
March.
Okay, March.
We're plowing through these.
I know. This is good.
We got some big ones in March, man.
Oh, we got some big ones. Well, let's start off with the biggest. Let's go to the biggest.
That would be Captain Marvel.
We would go Captain Marvel.
On the 8th of March.
Oh, these
are American release dates I think I've got. So
really?
It might
so
be
a bit later. Or earlier for us.
Could be earlier or later, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I have to kick off... Because when I wrote that down and I watched the trailer again, it drummed up a lot of... Tice, this is the first female-led Marvel film, which I feel has been... it's actually been quite a long time coming. The fact that we haven't had a
Took till the 11th year of the Marvel Cinematic Universe for there to be a female lead.
That's a bit too long for me. Like,
it's disappointing.
The Black Widow movie should have been done and gone. We should be up to number 3 now.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Obviously, yeah.
Come on. So yeah, but I'm glad that we're getting it. I am going to see this at the cinema. I'm going to bust my ass no matter what.
Yeah, I'm going to see this at the cinema for sure.
But yeah, I can't wait for this thing. I really can't.
It looks fantastic. I was lukewarm on it at first.
Yep.
Second trailer really won me over.
Right.
I got right back on board.
First trailer was
disappointing.
We spoke about it, but it was just a lot of same facial recognitions and
it was it was a bit underwhelming.
But we loved it with it. Hey, come on, the blockbuster drop at the start. She dropped into blockbuster.
Obviously,
video.
the best part of it.
Come on.
But yeah, the second trailer I really enjoyed. Little snippets that I've seen here and there. It looks fun. It looks like it's going to be a really... It looks very Guardians-esque in its kind of...
And that's what it's been billed at, yeah. Like they've said that it's...
colourful and big superpowers.
Guardians/Cap 2. That's what they said. That's what they billed it as. And I was like, ooh, all right.
Big shoes to fill.
I know, right?
But yeah, I'm really, really keen. And I mean, the fact that we get to watch that and then, less than 2 months later, watch the next Avengers is really exciting. And I think, obviously, because we're, on Marvel's bankroll, because we love them so much.
We are.
I'm really looking forward to seeing those. There's no doubt.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. I was driving down the road today.
Today?
And I love it. If you're in a car and you see, if it's a billboard or a bus drives by with a movie on it, like and this bus just cruised past me with the biggest sign of just Brie Larson's face and just Captain Marvel. And in the car, every time I do, yeah, fuck yeah, look at that shit. God damn it, I'm going to see the shit out of that. Does that happen to you?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I love the giant billboards. There's a giant billboard in, funnily enough, for Alita Battle Angel that I saw in the city the other day.
Really?
It looked really great.
Okay.
It was really cool. I was like, fuck, I almost want to see this.
Right, well,
do you know what? I've heard it's not bad. Reviews have been pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glave.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Come on. The film that was dated for last year had that if they've taken it away and put the release date to later, they would have done it for a reason.
Yeah,
come on,
probably some
Let's
really
hope.
cool stuff that they wanted to do with it.
But then again, I say that, and Justice League was And
thank God for those 8 months worth of reshoots, hey?
Add another 20 million onto it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Tune in for episode 100 where we do Justice League. I'm kidding. We're not going to waste that.
The 100th episode will be a joyous occasion, not a somber one.
That's true.
On March 22nd, Nick, we have Us. The follow-up to Get Out from Jordan Peele. This trailer, which we didn't have a chance to talk about because it was during our off-season.
That's true.
When that landed,
that was a
is
trailer.
Fucking great.
That was a nice trailer.
I think I might try and play some of that for you right now.
Yeah, bring it on.
Can't believe how big they've got.
Did you hear Gabe got a boat?
He's kidding, right?
He's not kidding.
Hey, I think it's vodka o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Jason?
Jason?
Jason! Where were you?
I didn't know if you were lost. Stick with me, and I'll keep you safe.
There's a family in our driveway.
It's probably the neighbors. But y'all scared of a family? Hi, can I help you?
Zora, put your shoes on.
If you want to get crazy, we can get crazy. What are you people?
It's us.
They look exactly like us. They think like us. They know where we are. We need to move and keep moving. They won't stop until they kill us. Or we kill them.
Hopefully I remember to put that trailer in there.
I hope he does.
Because that would be
that
really
would be
odd.
fucking gold if you didn't.
I'm going to put a little asterisk here.
Yeah.
Of the ones I want to put the trailer on. Us looks fantastic.
Us looks good. And I love that he's riding this bandwagon. Like,
you know what? Why not, man? Why
good
not?
on him, man.
I like the thing about horror directors that find their niche for it. We don't really have the way we have like a Quentin Tarantino of. You know, he's
of the horror genre.
Yeah,
is that what
or the Scorsese's. You know, Scorsese is gangster films.
Yep.
Tarantino is kind of indie pulpy.
Yep.
Kind of exploitation throwback kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you don't get a lot of directors that are
that's true.
That in horror. Like maybe like Wes Craven and George Romero.
Yep. Both rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Toby Hooper. Rest in peace. So these guys, we don't really have a new generation of those guys yet. Man. So let's start building up that generation because why the fuck not? Like
absolutely.
So I'm glad that he's like.
You know,
I'm going to be a horror dude.
Yeah. And he'll do other things eventually.
Did you see the cool little Super Bowl thing that they did for Twilight Zone?
I didn't.
Very cool.
No, which they're bringing back the TV series, which
yeah.
I am a massive fan of the fucking Twilight Zone. Massive fan.
I'm sure I've seen scattered episodes when I was younger, but I haven't watched it for years.
Yeah, man. I love it.
But Us looks fascinating. It appears to be a bit of like a weird kind of doppelganger murder mystery kind of thing.
It does, doesn't it? It looks scary.
It looks terrifying.
And watching it made me want to watch Get Out again because I loved my experience of Get Out. I heard so many people bag it out. Like the people that I talked to weren't on board. They were like, I don't get why this is getting blown up. What is going on?
Who didn't like Get Out?
I know, right?
I don't understand.
And then I watched it and I'm like,
these
people are wrong. Dead wrong. How do you not love this film? But yeah, I need to watch, or maybe I might purchase Get Out, Tice.
I own it.
You own it?
I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. I haven't unpacked my DVDs and Blu-rays for quite some time, so I think I own it.
Could be in there.
Could be in there.
On the top? Resting on the top?
Yeah, and it looks terrifying. Is it Lupita Nyong'o as the lead?
As the lead? Yes.
From 12 Years a Slave.
Yep.
And Black Panther.
Black Panther.
The guy was from...
The guy
that's playing the dad. He's from something really cool as well.
Is he? I don't remember.
Let me have a little squiz. Where is he? Oh, it's Winston Duke from Black Panther as well. He's M'Baku.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Love
Nice.
him.
I'm loving it. All right.
Yeah, I am.
Bring it on.
I'm very excited. I think this is going to be up there in my favorites of the year, as Get Out was of that year.
It's a big call.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm loving where he's at the moment. I don't think he's going to be able to do any wrong.
Good deal. It's always about the follow up, man. You hit him with a good one.
That's it.
You gotta go bigger and better. Well, not really bigger and better. You're just gonna make it.
I'm sure it's just keep it consistent, man.
Good deal.
All
right.
I wanted to talk about one other thing. Do you have anything else from that month?
I don't. I have a little. Oh, I do actually. I do have one more.
Sure. What do you got?
I want to talk about which there's not a lot of buzz, but I like Harmony Korine. The Beach Bum.
The Beach Bum.
Right?
Okay, sure.
It is going to be obviously just a film about Mr. Matthew McConaughey. It looks like Harmony Korine has gone. Him and Matthew McConaughey have sat down and gone, you know what, man, we should do a film about me and the wild things that I get into. And I'm like, you know what, I will see that, especially if it's directed by Harmony Korine, because I was one of the ones that liked Spring Breakers. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, look, there's some people that do.
Yeah, and I know that what he does is not for everyone, but I like a man that is going to veer away from the norm and going to try something a little different. And he is one of those people. So
look, you cannot accuse him of anything other than being completely original.
Yeah. So he's going to
whether that's for you or not is a different question, but you cannot accuse him of not being original.
So I know that, you know how if we look at something that is directed by Rob Reiner or Martin Scorsese, the chance of it being a really great film, you're like, yep, you know what? Of course I'm going to see that because it's going to be awesome. Harmony Korine is such a 50-50. You go in, you're going, this may be awesome or this may be an absolute pile of shit. So I'm up for it. The trailer looks bonkers as fuck, to use a Tice term. I'm all for it. Bring it on. The Beach Bum.
The Beach Bum, indeed. Harmony Korine.
You going to see it, Tice? You going to stream it? You're not going to watch it.
I'll wait to see about that one.
Oh, really? All right. Did you see Spring Breakers? Were you a fan of Spring Breakers? No. All right. That's all right.
No, that was
not for everyone.
That movie was not for me.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
The other thing I want to talk about is a movie that I am not sure if it's going to end up being anything worthwhile talking about, but I enjoyed the trailers, and so I'm kind of apprehensively excited. And that is Captive State, the sci-fi film.
I did write this down. John Goodman,
Vera Farmiga, and directed by Rupert Wyatt of Rise of the Planet of the Apes fame. I'm kind of interested in this. It looks like it has a bit of a... it looks like a kind of extended Black Mirror episode, basically. And, hey, that's cool sci-fi that I'm on board for.
Yeah, man. I watched that trailer and I watched it twice and I was like, you know what this looks like? This has got some B-grade horror vibes. And if that's what it's going for... I'm all for it. Bring it on. But then the story looks fucking boss.
Well, it is. It's kind of interesting because it's not so much about it's not an alien invasion film the same way something like Independence Day is or something like that, or even if we looked at like 12 Cloverfield Lane where it was something was occurring while the invasion was occurring.
Yeah.
It seems to be set well after the invasion has taken place, kind of like a District 9.
District 9.
Why did I want to say a different number then? District 9 did, where it's... Yeah, that's all happened. With it. Yeah. We're just this is life.
We're dealing with it
after an alien invasion. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
So I'm interested. Yeah, it looks, and I'm glad to see Rupert Wyatt back with another go. I have not really liked any of his films post Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Well, actually, there was just that one, The Gambler, which I did not enjoy.
Gambler, who was that? With?
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
not good.
I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
No, I don't think I finished it, to be honest. I think I bailed pretty quick on it. Yeah.
It's hard for me to turn off a film once I've got it on.
Oh, I can be in a very particular mood.
Really?
And
just go, no.
And just go, I might try and come back to that later, and then never come back to it.
The only other quick one I had for March, which all I want is a thumbs up or thumbs down, Tice, from you. Dumbo. It's a thumbs down for
thumbs down.
Tice.
Yeah.
Dumbo. You're not going to remake that magic? Is that what you're saying?
Look, it's a
live action Dumbo.
I think Tim Burton's kind of burned his bridges with me, I think.
Oh!
Yeah. So I'm never going to rush out to see a Tim Burton film like I used
Ever
to.
Again.
Yeah,
no.
Unfortunately. And so
he's burned so many bridges.
Yeah. If people are going mad for it and it's like it's super, but the thing is, I didn't watch Beauty and the Beast until well into its home video release.
Right.
home video.
And now you know what kind of podcast you're listening to.
That's it.
We love it.
Even though that made literally all the money in the world.
It did.
So
all the money.
even if Dumbo's a huge hit, I just don't know if I'm going to get my butt off the couch to see it. Not when I've got some of these other movies during March that I'm going to take a priority, I think.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
What else you got in March?
That's it, man.
That's what we were talking. Yeah.
Well done.
Cool. All right.
April. April's a good month.
Wait for it. Shazam!
We definitely have Shazam.
We have Shazam.
The one of the only DC movies that I'm legitimately looking forward to.
Really?
Since however long ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
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 So
Okay.
I'm excited.
Look, it's a comedy spin. They're finally gone, hey, remember how we were trying to do that Christopher Nolan thing of making everything dark, and we made Superman really dark, and it kind of bit us in the ass. Yeah, I remember that. Remember Justice League? Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
How about we do a comedy?
Nightmare he had when he was breaking people's necks, and then Superman just like flat out laser beamed an innocent dude.
Do you remember that one?
Do you remember that nightmare?
Yeah.
And that was where these movies were going, people. That was what these movies wanted to be.
Fucking hell. Do you remember when Batman had that nightmare? It was all the bugs came out of nowhere. Remember all that shit? Do you remember that? Yeah, we're not doing
the
that.
The giant devil bat that broke through his parents' tombstone.
Do you remember that one?
That was these movies.
That was these films.
Now we have Shazam!
Shazam! Oh, you can't not say it like that. Come on. You can't
man.
not
I'm
say
excited
it like
for Shazam.
That. I'm excited for Shazam. I need to see. I don't know the actor that plays Shazam. I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's he's from Chuck.
He's from Chuck. I've never watched any Chuck.
Wasn't he one of the Warriors 3 in Thor?
Zachary Levi. Yeah, he was. He was he the one 3 in Thor? He was Fandrell. He was the one with the.
Was he replacement Fandrell or the original Fandrell?
I think he was the replacement because he was only in the
Dark World.
Dark World.
Yeah. Cool. So I feel bad for that guy that got replaced.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't even recognise that it was Chuck.
I know, right? That's just mean.
Yeah, because of the mustache and the
They're
hair.
like, nah.
Just let the other guy do it again. No one cared. Anyway.
Maybe there was a conflict of interest.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's pretty. charming. And
the trailers are amazing.
Trailers are fun.
I love them.
I'm enjoying them.
Your phone's charged.
Yeah, exactly. There's laughs to be had. It's directed by the guy that did the Lights Out.
Lights Out, which I didn't watch. You watched it? Did you watch it?
No. I stumbled across the short on YouTube that it was based on, and I didn't watch all of it because I was a little scared.
Oh, buddy! Now I need to see it. Write that down.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs way up.
All right, cool.
Will you see it at the cinema though?
Yeah, I will.
You're going to see it at the cinema?
Yeah, I'm going to see it at the cinema.
Nice. I like it.
We got Pet Sematary, Nick.
Shazam! Pet Sematary, Tice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Have I put this trailer in yet? Did we talk about this trailer? We did. We had a good conversation about this trailer. Yes. So I'm not going to put the trailer in again.
Pet Sematary. Look, I'm a big fan of the original, Tice. I'm a big fan.
I have not watched it since I was a child, so I would love to watch it again.
It's fucking scary.
Yeah, I'd be right on board. I actually watched a thing online about a difference between the differences between the novel and the movie, and it was just like an informative kind of
nice. The movie that's been out. Or
as in the original movie from 89. We just talked about that before, didn't we?
We did.
It was good because it had scenes from the movie and it all came flooding back to me again. And I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah.
Have you read, being a Stephen King fan, you've read Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm sure you own it.
I definitely own it.
Yeah.
I think I have read it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did. I think it was one of the first ones I've read and I haven't gone back to it. And
nice. All right.
It's one, usually I've read them 2 or 3 times each and for some reason I just haven't gone back.
I've decided this year, Tyson, I'm going to read actually I can't say it. Damn. I was about to say my first Stephen King novel. I've read Stephen King.
Of course.
No, I'm going to tackle it.
Do it.
The book.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot because I wanna read the book, especially because we'll talk about it later. But yeah, all right. I'm going to wait for streaming. I'll definitely see it, but I'm going to wait for streaming for this one.
Yeah, it might. Well,
who's directing this? Do we know it?
It's directed by. There's 2 people. They directed Starry Eyes, a horror film from a couple of years ago that was really well received.
Okay.
And I think that might have been the calling card that got him onto this. So
Kevin Kloschk and Dennis Widmeyer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But Jason Clarke, man, John Lithgow.
God, John Lithgow's good.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if I can see it in the cinema because I don't know if I can see horror movies in a cinema without like shitting my pants.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a fair deal.
And needing medical assistance of some kind. So I will definitely watch it.
Can I just a little sidebar?
Yeah.
seeing a horror movie in a cinema.
Yep.
Have I told you about my brother's seeing The Exorcist story?
No.
So when The Exorcist got re-released.
Yeah, the director's cut.
Back in, it was, I'm pretty sure it was 99 or 98.
Might have been a bit after that, but yeah.
Yeah. My brother went to see it. Big fan of horror. Massive fan. He was midway through. Linda Blair was doing it. Linda Blair was doing it. Yeah. And the poor patron behind my brother started having a full-blown epileptic fit.
No shit.
And my brother was scared the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a bit full on.
The power of Christ compels you.
God!
Turf and water at their head.
I know, right? Yeah. To throw the coke. And
is there a priest in there?
Help! Yeah.
Bless this for me, please.
Oh my God. So my brother has a good marriage to The Exorcist. Whenever I put it on, he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to watch this." I'm like, yeah, okay. Good cinema. Have you seen any horror movie at the cinema, Tice? Has there been any?
I saw a lot of 90s slashers at the cinema back in the day.
Nice.
But I haven't gone specifically to see a horror movie at the cinema in many years.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we've got Hellboy.
We've talked
about Hellboy.
We have talked about Hellboy.
We might be the only people in the world that actually didn't mind that trailer. Apparently, the world thinks it's the worst trailer that's ever happened. And I'm like,
it wasn't that bad.
It was kind of entertaining, guys. It was kind of fun. And people ragging on his makeup look. And I'm like, I thought he looked fucking great. But
he's going to look different.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Anyway.
I love the horns, man. It looked decent.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Hellboy. I am going to see it.
I just don't... People don't have enough faith in Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall's good.
Come on, man.
He can make a good movie. People need to chill out and we're the first people to rag on a shit looking trailer, but I thought it was pretty decent. So I'm excited. I'm still excited for that, but we don't need to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
There's the big one of this month, obviously, which is Avengers Endgame.
Ooh. Day one, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to be there, like first session.
Rob Dog, if you're listening, book the tickets. Day one, baby.
Do it.
Day one. Gold class.
Oh, you're going to do it gold.
I always do it gold.
All right.
I always do it gold.
Yeah, nice thinking.
I don't need kids running around in my cinema.
No, it's a good point, actually.
I don't need kids running around in my cinema, baby.
Very good point.
When I saw Infinity War, the first one, the line out the front was huge. It was massive. And I strolled past that line and the lady was like, "Hello, sir, gold class." And I was like, "Yes, thank you. That's so kind of you."
It's great.
And it literally just veered off from the crowd.
Are tickets available yet? Have they?
I haven't had a look. We might have to have a squeeze after this podcast.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, we all know everything.
It's a no-brainer.
Said. You didn't catch the Super Bowl?
I didn't watch it because has there been a full trailer apart from what we've seen and what we spoke about?
No, teaser and then the Super Bowl spot was about a 30-second little ad TV spot.
Which I heard was good.
There's cool stuff in it. Some very cool stuff in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
great. I think I might just wait. I'm going to wait for the first trailer and then I'm done.
First legit trailer and then
I sit back and go no.
There still has not been a single piece of action, which I find fascinating.
Good.
Yeah.
Grand. Because I don't need to see money shots. We don't need to see. We'll see it in the trailer.
We're going to get a few.
We're going to get flooded.
I'm predicting.
In
the first trailer, some kind of end of the trailer where it's like Thanos and the remaining Avengers just standing around him, and it's just like a.
It is gung ho. We are ready to go.
Like it's the standoff. It's maybe Thanos at one end of a fucking airport carrier or whatever, and and then a line of them at the other end. It's just that moment of. This is the bit where, and I want something like that.
You want chills. Yeah. You want chills. You don't want them running at the screen again in that big thing where none of them were actually in that shot.
Yeah, exactly.
That shot wasn't actually in the film.
It wasn't in the film at all. But this happened. None of these shots could be in the film. I
love it.
It's pretty
that.
Wild.
Good.
The only other one I did want to mention, because obviously we've talked about that a heap. Leica have a new movie.
Leica?
The guys of Kubo and Coraline and Paranorman.
Yep. I need to watch Coraline. My wife... Coraline. No, I said Coraline.
Okay.
My wife turned it off. Too scary.
No shit.
Yeah. And I've heard that from a couple of people. And I'm like,
right.
I am so in for this thing.
They're 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And they're starting to knock down the door of Pixar, I reckon, in terms of consistency, because I connected to Kubo on a level that I did not think I would. I was so emotionally invested in that film.
Yeah. That was a beautiful film.
It was just beautiful.
Yeah,
I was a blubbing mess at the end of it. More so than I had been in a Pixar film for a little while.
Right.
So I kind of went, maybe I'm gravitating away from Pixar, and this is because I feel like Laika's just a little bit more mature.
That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to... It was. It's for a more mature audience.
Yeah. Not that Pixar do stuff that isn't mature. Like, they work on lots of different levels. Yeah. But, yeah, just what the stuff that Kubo was tackling was just... It was a little bit advanced. Yeah. And you wouldn't be able to show a 6-year-old Kubo, I don't think. And I don't think they would connect to it on the same level that, like, a 6-year-old would connect to Inside Out, for instance. Sure. You know, just for example's sake. Yeah. But they've got a movie called The Missing Link, or Missing Link.
Missing Link. I didn't know about this.
Voice cast is awesome. Zach Galifianakis, Hugh Jackman.
I did know about this. Oh, yeah.
It's a story of like a Bigfoot, basically, who gets kind of taken around on a world tour.
Yeah.
The animation looks gorgeous. I had multiple giggles in the trailer. I'm on board. I think they've earned enough goodwill from me that I'm just like, whatever they put out now, I'm like, great, I'm going to see that because you're 3 for 3. And not even like just good movies, like great movies. Paranorman kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit.
Really?
It's awesome. Paranorman is so great.
I'm not watching Paranorman.
No, I really think you should.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Paranorman?
It's really, really funny, really, really sweet and scary too. Like really, it's the kind of film that like if I was 10 or 12, I would be obsessed with because it's the right amount of scary, but it's funny, and it would have been a Halloween
it's an
staple.
animated Monster Squad is what you're saying.
Pretty much,
that's what you're describing right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right.
Less smoking and sexual assault.
100 episode, Tice, Monster Squad.
Oh, that might not be a bad idea.
Oh, okay.
We should put it out to the people.
I think we should. Anyway.
Is that it for April for you?
That did it for April. I did write one other down, but I forget what the film was. So I'm not going to mention it.
I've had that with you. Yeah. I've gone, what the fuck movie was that?
What the fuck is that? Because I did these notes a while ago. Yeah. All right.
May,
Tyson.
I've got a few in May.
You've got a few in May.
Yeah, May's a big month.
Oh, no, I do. Hang on. Wait. Oh, May is a big month. Okay. I need to stop. I need to make sure I'm reading my notes properly. All right. Well, let's start with a one that's gonna get us to the cinema, Tyson. No matter what.
Is this the man himself?
This is the man. This is the man, John Wick. John Wick 3.
And I love
that it's just 3. John Wick 2.
No, this has a bullshit subtitle.
Does it really?
Yeah, Parabellum.
I'm out. I'm not watching John Wick 3. Fuck you. Are you fucking serious?
Parabellum. Parabellum? Parabellum.
I love that we don't know how to say it.
No.
All right.
It means something. Hang on.
All right. John Wick 3.
Tell you what, while I look up what it means,
yeah,
I'm going to play the trailer.
Parabellum.
Jonathan, what have you done?
To dream the impossible dream.
There's no escape for you. The high table wants your life.
To right the unrightable wrong.
Tell me what you want.
Passage.
I can't help you.
To reach the unreachable star.
Do you expect him to make it out? A $14 million bounty on his head. And everyone in the city wants a piece of it. I say the odds are about even. Doc, 5 seconds.
John Wick, excommunicado in effect in 3, 2, 1.
And away we go.
Okay, so I've looked it up.
Okay, Parabellum means...
It's a firearms cartridge.
Ooh, I like it.
That can't be it.
That is so lame. Can't it just be John Wick 3, Chapter 3? Why can't it just be that? It doesn't have to be Chapter 3... You know what? Chapter 3...
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I love Ian McShane. Man.
People are probably screaming at us. It's Latin.
It's Latin for...
Yeah, it's the end of a phrase that is, I don't want to say out loud because I'll no doubt get it wrong, but translates to, if you want peace, prepare for war.
Nice. John Wick 2, Chapter 2. That's all it was. John Wick, Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Why can't it be John Wick 3? No, John Wick, Chapter 3. No?
I don't mind.
You don't know how to say it, Tyson. Doesn't that mean...
Parabellum.
John Wick 3, Paranorman.
That would be perfect. I like that, though. If you want peace, prepare for war.
I like it. At the end of John Wick 2, because I only just watched John Wick 2 quite recently. It was literally only 2 months ago, I'm pretty sure. Right. I watched it in December. it was one of those movies where you are so invested that what he does at the end of, spoilers, of John Wick 2, I was like, no, don't do that. Why are you doing that?
You are banished.
Oh my God. And and then I kind of sat with it and was like, well, of course this has to happen because he is John Wick. And do you think he's going to die, Tice?
No.
Do you think there's going to be John Wick 4, Tice?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I want like a series like this to just keep going. Like
nice trilogy, rounded off. That's a sexy box set right there.
It is.
That is a sexy.
You're right,
box
and
set.
it's good to. Well, see, I've already bought. I think I own.
I know. I have number 1 already.
I think I randomly have 2,
not one.
Not one. But I wouldn't have bought 2 with it unless I already had one. I must have one.
Oh, nice box set.
I know.
Who doesn't
I've
like a
ruined
nice
it.
box set, man? No one who is listening likes a nice box set except for us.
Yeah, I'm still a huge fan of a good, sexy box set. Yeah. It looks great. Trailer looks fantastic.
Bring
I mean, if all they've got to do is just be at least as good as the first one.
Keep the status quo, man.
Yeah,
hey,
it'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
And we're going to have one of the all-time great trilogies on our hands.
Oh! This guy's got a question. Watching the trailer,
yes,
which you posted on the Facebook if you are friends of Nick and Josh on
go
Facebook.
check it out if you haven't seen it.
Go check it out. Tyson.
Yes.
There's talk through the first and the second of John Wick killing someone with a pen.
Oh, yes.
Now, in the trailer for this one, we see that. I don't like it. I don't want to see it. I like stories on their own, man.
Yeah,
don't show me what you fucking...
It's a very good point.
Don't show me that shit, man.
I like it
don't
being like
a thing
of myth.
Exactly. Make it, build up the myth that is John Wick. Don't show me
Maybe
him.
he goes to do it and it fails miserably.
Maybe the pen breaks.
Yeah.
Or maybe that doesn't actually happen in the film.
Maybe someone says, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh, God.
And then they
I'm out.
trip over and fall on there.
I'm not watching it. Parabellum. All right. John Wick 3, Tice.
It's pronounced Parabellum.
Parabellum.
That might be actually how it is if it's Latin.
Cinema, Tice?
Oh, I hope so. We've had really bad luck in Australia with the release dates for John Wick. Like,
really,
we got John Wick 2, I think, like months after everyone else had it, and and I don't think we even had John Wick 1 in cinemas in Australia. So we've had a pretty bad run. So hopefully we get just a stock standard. It comes out in May, part of the summer lineup, so that I can just drive up to my village or Hoyts and just jump in one of those comfy recliners and give it a go.
Nice.
But hopefully.
All right. What's your next one, Tyson?
Cool. Well, actually, I had one that I hadn't seen a trailer for and I didn't know existed until I did this search, and that is a film called Ad Astra. Now, this is it's a space drama starring Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones. Yes. Who knew I wanted to see Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones in the same movie until... it's coming, and I'm suddenly like, yes, I want those two in a movie together.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
A man's journey across a lawless solar system to find his missing father, a renegade renegade scientist who poses a threat to humanity.
It took me a while to because I saw the poster. I was like, who is that? That's Brad Pitt in that helmet.
And now what also gets my attention is it's directed by James Gray.
James Gray, man.
Who I really like.
I really like James Gray.
And James Gray, I like that James Gray is expanding out. He's literally gone from making like quiet, kind of family gangster dramas that I loved, absolutely loved.
Yeah, We Own the Night, man. Me and my brother love that film.
So I'm a Yards man.
You're a Yards man?
I prefer the Yards. I don't think it ever got better than the Yards for him. And then he's branched out and he made The Lost City of Z, this kind of Amazonian adventure film that was kind of pretty dark, and now he's going to space. He's just like, fuck it.
And that's awesome.
It's awesome. I'm really excited. So yeah, I can't wait for this. Actually, this has jumped really high up on my anticipated list. So
right. We don't have a trailer yet.
No,
but that's okay.
Ad Astra, which I believe is the it's the motto. It's like NASA's motto or something.
Okay.
And it means something like above the stars, or we will find.
Oh, okay.
We will find our answer above the stars or something. Knowledge above the... No, hang on. I'll just look it up. That will save all kinds of... why don't you start talking, because I can't find this bloody thing.
Would you like me to change the subject, or would you like me to keep going on Ad Astra? Ad Astra? Donald Sutherland, man. I'll take anything with Donald Sutherland.
It's Donald Sutherland in it. I didn't say that. That's great. I hope he's like a grizzled NASA, like...
Yep. Who do you think's the father, though? Is it Tommy Lee Jones? Oh, it is Tommy Lee Jones. I just ruined it for myself.
Ad Astra. It's a per aspera. We're getting lots of Latin phrases
I
tonight.
like it.
I like that I'm attempting to say this one, but I wouldn't attempt the other one.
Yep.
Per aspera ad astra is a Latin phrase meaning through hardships to the stars and is the motto of many organisations.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Moving on, Nick. What else we got?
We've got Brightburn.
Brightburn. We talked about Brightburn.
We have talked
Did we
about
play
that?
the trailer for that?
We did.
Yeah. Looks really interesting. I'm on board.
Small child with Superman-like powers, but the twist is he starts killing people.
Yeah. What if Superman had no kind of conscience, basically?
What if he had no Smallville, and he just went off, started killing people?
Or
what if he was born in New York? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. What's funny is they're not painting it as like imagine if he didn't have the nurturing upbringing of Jonathan and Martha Kent. What if he had that, but that still didn't do anything?
Didn't affect,
it wasn't enough. And what if this person or this creature was literally just couldn't be saved?
Yeah.
Had its intentions.
Like I rewatched the trailer. It is so what they're going for. Like it is Superman with powers. They're just bad, and that's awesome. They don't have to say it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a great idea.
That's it.
It's been done in the comics a bunch, but
exactly.
At least this way we get a film version of it that kind of explores the same ideas, because I think that is ripe for some really kind of great discussions about nature and nurture and all that kind of stuff that makes for, I think some really interesting conversations. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Godzilla King of the Monsters?
It's a full pass.
Full pass. I'll tell you what, there's 0 for 2.
It's a full pass. There's 0 for 2.
This monster universe, because I did not like Godzilla.
No, I did not.
I did not like Kong Skull Island.
I haven't seen it. I was going off your recommendation, and you said, Nick, maybe give it a miss.
Godzilla is boring, and that's kind of the worst crime a movie can commit. Be good, be bad, don't be boring.
I preferred the Matthew... It wasn't Matthew Broderick. It was... I preferred the...
Yeah, it was Matthew Broderick.
It wasn't Matthew Broderick.
No one prefers that movie.
Yes, they do. They totally do. The scream of that Godzilla was amazing. And it was so sad what happened at the end. You felt for that monster, man.
Yeah. Okay.
It was sad. It wasn't anything King Kong. I'll take King Kong or any day of the week. But come on, man.
I did like the
this
moment.
Godzilla, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Opened up that guy's jaw and Godzilla breathed into him. That was pretty cool. But that movie was just way too much of stuff I did not care about.
No.
And Kong Skull Island is like the opposite. It's just ridiculous, it's just full of stuff that just has no focus.
Yeah.
And it's just a mess.
I'm not going to watch that.
So I don't know. Maybe this is the one that turns it all around.
No.
But
I will give. One thing I do like about Godzilla is the sheer size of this Godzilla. He is huge.
I'm also interested because I believe it's Michael Dougherty directing, who is the director of Krampus and Trick or Treat, two movies that I immensely enjoy.
Once again, I will state that it's a hard pass.
It's a hard pass. Oh, I love it.
It's a hard pass. There is a big one that a lot of people at my work would like me to mention, but me and Tyson have no interest in seeing it, and that is Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Sure.
No.
You're talking to the wrong people.
Yeah, we're talking to the wrong people.
I don't know. I know Pokemon is the little yellow one.
No, it isn't. That's so beautiful.
Oh, Pikachu. Pikachu is the little...
Pikachu is the...
Pokemon are the stupid things they catch.
And that's why, right? What Tyson just said then is why we're not going to see it.
Yeah.
I have no interest.
I'm sorry,
man.
guys.
Only because we were a little bit too old for that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to make another Master of the Universe movie, me and Tyson are there.
Speaking of,
that's it. That's it. That's all you got.
That's all I got for May. You got something else?
I've got one more. Can I get which is hilarious? Can I get another quick thumbs up, thumbs down?
For
Guy Ritchie is directing Aladdin.
Oh, I didn't even bother.
You're not gonna bother.
Yeah,
you're not gonna.
Sure. We're getting 3 of these this year. 3. That's wild. I'm really keen for The Lion King because I'm obsessed with The Lion King. It was like
Aladdin was my go-to though,
that's fine. Like I think everyone had their Disney film, like the one that turned them around, and you just always. It changed the way I thought about movies.
Right.
Like
Really?
it was a life adjusting event seeing The Lion King for the first time in the cinemas.
Wow.
And I didn't have that for Aladdin. I love Aladdin. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great.
I love Aladdin so much. But you're not going to win me. And don't get me wrong. I love Will Smith. But You're not replacing Robin Williams, man.
No.
Get the hell out.
And I love cats. And I know it's a dumb thing, but I could stare at videos of lions and tigers and the cubs just dancing around in fields and just being cats. I could just watch that for hours.
Wow.
That is just something that I enjoy.
Right.
So, The Lion King, they've got me. Aladdin,
Lion King has got you. Aladdin, Guy Ritchie, man. No? It's a full pass.
Oh, yeah, because Guy Ritchie's the most consistent of film directors. When was the last good movie Guy Ritchie directed? That is a question.
Last good... that would be...
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Thank you. Okay, Thank you very much. Come on. And where is the sequel of that in the pipeworks, please? Please?
And look,
no?
I'm the only person in the world that didn't hate King Arthur as well.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Tyson, I have a little one which I just want. It's a quick mention, only because you may be interested, you may not. I just want to get a gauge. The film is called Tolkien. Tyson.
Oh yeah, I kind of Look, to me, I put it in the same category as stuff like what was the one? There was one of these last year.
Yep.
The generic story about it's the man who saved Christmas.
He's always got it. What?
Is that what it was called?
I have no idea.
And it's the generic kind of
classy
biopic of an author.
Yeah, that's almost like a period piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, sometimes I'm on board, sometimes I'm not. The thing about Tolkien is that I'm not really interested in him as a dude.
Okay.
Like, there's a reason why not everybody works as a biopic.
Yeah.
I'm sure he might have had a really interesting life, but it's his creations that I find obviously the most interesting. And
cool.
Maybe there's something in it. Maybe there are some really cool stuff in that. I'm just being a bit narrow-minded, but
that's okay. Maybe there'll be a fucking boss-ass trailer, Tyson, and you'll be like, "Oh,
look, hey, maybe it becomes like a weird kind of like alternative reality thing where he ends up in Middle Earth fighting orcs and shit." And then I'm on board. I doubt it though.
You don't know that yet. Okay, cool. It's not going to be that. It's PG-13. June.
Shout out to X-Men Dark Phoenix. You're hanging in there.
That's just a quick shout out?
This is the
just a quick shout out.
The second year that we've mentioned you on our list. You were due to come out in August of 2018, I think, and then it was November, and then it was February, and now it's June.
No one's seeing this thing.
I'll see it.
No one's seeing it.
I feel bad for it now. It's almost like I'm almost going to go out of like guilt.
Yeah.
Like when you haven't visited your parents for a while. Like that kind of guilt is what I'm going to feel going to see X-Men Dark Phoenix. I better go. If I don't go, no one else is going to go.
Heaven forbid some movie producers listen to this podcast. They're like, wow, these guys are fucking shit. That is awesome. That is awesome. Dark Phoenix, I'm going to see it. I will see it because I've gone this far with this cast. I'm invested.
I am invested too.
You know, and you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to watch Apocalypse again because I don't remember what the fuck happened. I'm going to watch that because I don't know this Jean Grey. This isn't my Jean Grey.
I'm okay with watching Apocalypse again. I actually started watching it the other day.
You are the only one.
And I got really excited, but I had to go. Something came up and I had to go, and I was like, "Oh shit balls!" Like I was back into it again, and I was like,
"Okay,
this is good."
What? All right, I'll watch it. Can you stream? Can you stream it?
Yeah. How did I find
Apocalypse? How did you watch it? You bought it, didn't you? You bought it. You've got a box set. You bought it day one, didn't you?
Hang on. Maybe I think I did buy it.
Oh my god! Really?
Yeah, because it was really cheap at JB Hi-Fi.
JB Hi-Fi. Dark Phoenix, man. Apocalypse, dude. Really?
Look, it's got its moments.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Do you want to talk about Men in Black International?
No, I do not.
Okay. Moving on. Good cast.
Look. I was a mad fan of Men in Black back in the day. It's just that I feel that this is clutching at straws and trying to bring back something that because I didn't see 3. I've seen 1 and 2. I've heard 3 is good.
It's fine, actually. I'm going to retract that a little bit. I was way too enthusiastic just then.
You did it.
It's fine. It's better than 2.
It's better than 2.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
It's not as good as 1. All right, for me, it's on par with 1 because I don't really love 1.
Okay.
I just think that they're disposable entertainment.
It is. It's something you chuck on.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah. If it's on TV and you're flicking, even though who the hell is watching free to air, but it's on TV, you're like, yeah.
If it's on 9 now or something,
God.
or 7 flicks, and you're feeling a bit bored. And
yeah, no, it's a pass. It's a pass.
Toy Story 4?
Toy Story 4. Okay, well, this... Oh, God. it was such a beautiful trilogy, Tyson.
They've ruined it.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Ruined the perfect box set.
Like, they really have ruined the perfect box set. And oh, God.
Why is it, though?
Like,
why is it that we are so used to trilogies and we talk about trilogies as being the way it is? Why is it not? Why is the normal length of a movie series
3?
4? Why is it not 4?
Why is it not 4?
For that matter?
Why is it not 5?
Why is it not 5? Why is it 3? So why do we look at 3 movies and go,
do you know
perfect.
why? Because you've got a beginning, a middle, and an ending. That's what it comes down to.
I guess so.
I surprise myself sometimes.
3-act structure.
And those
dominates
things,
again.
You've got three acts, and that third act, Tyson. If anyone wasn't in tears, you don't have a soul. Like, it was such a beautiful ending to these characters that we've gone on this ride with, and now I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, I don't want to see this. I don't.
Well, how do they, like, to be honest, they went through a lot of shit as well, and that third one is really, which I think might be my favourite of the 3.
Oh,
I think so.
Wow,
I think
that's a hard statement.
It's a hard thing to say, but like it's hard to pick a favourite of those 3. But I think it might be 3 because it just does some really. It went places that I just did not think it was going to go, and I was really shocked that it did, and that had me like really emotionally invested and affected. But I don't know how they come back from that either, because so much of the end of that film was about saying goodbye, and it's kind of like, putting the ribbon on that and just saying, well, I guess we just start again with some new people.
Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one to kill the Pixar.
Yeah. Well,
apart
I don't know.
from cars, I don't count any cars.
Because now it's just like, and we're back to our old shenanigans
where
it's like,
Buzz Lightyear is up for come on.
Remember
really?
that time we nearly burnt in a furnace?
Yeah.
And we all said goodbye to each other and cried?
That?
Do you remember that, guys?
And that was a bit traumatic for everyone under 10. Do you remember that shit?
That was pretty fucked up. But hey, let's go play with some train sets and shit. Like, it's just it feels a bit odd, but whatever. Who are we doing? Deny Disney another $3.4 billion.
Well, we're going to see it. That's the thing. Like, we are going to see it.
I'll probably say...
You're not going to see it at the cinema, Tyson.
This will be one that I'm going to wait to hear, because if it's reviewed the same ways that a few of these last Pixar have been, where it's just like, hey, it's fine, I'll get around to it at some point.
Do you know what? I think, now speaking about it, I think that 2 is my favourite, because I love Woody and I love Buzz, but seeing Jessie's arc and that story for me was
beautiful.
That was full on,
but
man.
That's like
that was my fave.
That's a brilliant 5 minutes. Don't get me wrong.
But still, she gets but not only
I know
that,
she gets a full arc.
She gets a full arc.
Nothing is like the When She Loved Me section is probably the strongest of all 3.
Absolutely.
But I just this 3's just doing stuff that I find really interesting.
So she gets to play again. Like she had written everyone off. She was like, no, I'm done.
Oh, is it Kelsey Grammer that voices?
It is Kelsey Grammer.
The farmer.
No, it's not a farmer. It's the prospector.
That's it.
Prospector. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Ooh, okay. June. I've got some dark horses here.
I also have one dark horse for June. What was your dark horse?
My dark horse is there is another remake of Shaft.
Oh, yes.
Did you see the poster for this thing?
I did not see the poster, no.
The other 2 Shafts are coming back.
Oh.
So Shaft Senior.
Roundtree.
Yep.
Is he alive?
Yep.
Is that his name, Richard Roundtree, or am I making that up?
I have no idea. Samuel. So Samuel L's son in this is the next Shaft. I think that's what I read. How good is that poster?
Oh, sorry. I actually was just checking to see if Richard Roundtree was still alive.
Looking up your lotto tickets, aren't you?
Oh, hello.
Shaft, man.
More Shaft than you can handle.
How good is that shit?
That is
inappropriate. More Shaft than you...
I mean,
that is gold.
Some advertising guy came up with that and then sat back, brushed his hands off and went, well,
my work here is done.
That's me for today.
Where's my 20 million? And it is Richard Roundtree. Tyson is on the money.
I swore he was dead.
Nah, man. Shaft 1. Can you dig it?
Look, I mean, sure. Oh, do you know what, though?
No, don't do it. No.
Do you know who it's directed by?
No, don't do this to me. Oh, let me guess. Sylvester Stallone.
No.
Wait. Oh, fuck me. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Look, look, it's not his fault. that he made two of the probably worst comic book movies of the last 20 years. We are talking about Tim Story, who directed the two Fantastic Four movies.
Rise of the Silver Surfer, baby. I hope, you know what? I hope they do a decent Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, me too.
I really hope they do, because it's
keep plugging away, guys. You'll get it right eventually.
Don't. I'm kidding.
It's like I'm encouraging a little kid to kick a football.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, come on, buddy, you'll get it.
Yeah,
just keep
going.
Keep slogging away. You get down the park and keep having a kick. You'll get it one day.
And the other one that I wanted to quickly mention,
Yes.
which a lot of people have gripes with, and I kind of understand
gripes,
why,
you say?
is the Child's Play remake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have gripes because it's not Brad Dourif, which is kind of making, because Brad Dourif is alive still.
And it's not... oh God, I want to say Don Mancini. I think that's his name.
The
director and creator who is still making Chucky films.
He is,
and apparently
he didn't know
quite
about
good.
It. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, from all reports, the last two
were quite decent.
Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky were quite good. And so he's kind of brought the series around. And people are back on it, and they've just gone, hey.
remake.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like he did all the hard work to make it relevant again, and they just went, we'll just cash in on that and make a remake. So
that's messed up,
I'm
man. Come on. Yeah.
Because if you want to do it, sure. But give the guy who's been slogging away, who has the backstory, who has created the universe that this character lives in. It's his thing. Get him in.
Yeah. This isn't the first time this has happened. Wes Craven, man, they did the same thing to him with Nightmare.
Yeah, but at least he wasn't making Nightmare movies anymore. That's the bit that I find really offensive. It's not like it was 20 years between drinks and everyone's kind of only got nostalgic value. It's still a series that exists as we are talking about it.
Man. And there's only one Chucky, man, and it's Brad Dourif.
And it's not spelled with an I. What's his name now?
I don't know.
Buddy.
Buddy. But that was
it's a Buddy with an I.
No, but yeah. Buddy was the original name of the doll.
Yes.
But yeah. I will say though, I literally just watched the trailer. So it's the only trailer I watched for the Super Bowl that just happened. It was the only trailer I watched.
Oh, I didn't know there was a trailer for it.
Yeah, and it does, Tyson, it did a thing that I love that trailers do. It was an ad for the doll.
Oh, wait, no, I did say that, yeah.
And it didn't show the doll. It didn't show anything. It was just a promotion for the doll. And I was like, fuck, that was a decent trailer. And I love that, you got me there. But you know what? Fuck you. Because I'm not going to see it. On principle, man. Instead, I'm going to catch up on my Chucky.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. When this comes to light, it's just going to remind me to watch the two that I haven't seen yet that are apparently really good.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and watch them all.
That's it. And I don't think I've seen 2 either.
Oh, 2 is my favorite, man.
2 or 3 I haven't seen.
Yeah,
one of them.
I haven't seen 4 and 5.
I've seen 4 and 5. That's Bride and Seed. Yeah. I've seen those 2, and they're fun.
Yeah, man, bring it on.
They're good fun.
I can't wait.
There was one other thing I wanted to mention, which is a James Mangold movie called Ford versus Ferrari, which by the title alone, you would never have me. But because it's James Mangold, it's a racing film set in the 70s.
We're in. There's nothing that we're not in. I'm not even a Cars man.
The cast is really interesting.
My son
John
loves
Bernthal
Cars.
and Christian Bale. Matt Damon's in this thing. Josh Lucas. I'm quietly...
Who's Josh Lucas? Just quietly. I like Josh Lucas.
He goes about his business without drawing too much attention to himself, and I appreciate it.
Yeah?
He turns up in a movie, he's good, he gets in, he gets out.
Does his work.
He doesn't wander around like he's some big shot. No. I appreciate that. Thank you, Josh Lucas.
Okay. That didn't go where I thought it was going to go. Okay.
I feel like he'd be the kind of guy that if he was in my face all the time, like in every single HBO show, and I'd hate him, and I'd be sick of him.
He's really good,
but he's not.
He's solid. You get some good chops from him. I like him. Scrolling through his stuff, I can't tell you what I liked, but hey, I like him. All right.
I didn't know there was a TV series.
Yes.
Created by Taylor Sheridan.
Oh god.
A Western TV series called Yellowstone.
Oh, this
starring
is recent.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, man, this is recent.
How have I not seen this? I need to put that on my list immediately.
It's on the list, Tice.
19 episodes.
Yeah, man. We're deep in the juju.
Oh, so series 1 was last year. Series 2 is coming up. Okay.
I haven't seen it. Someone told me about it.
Get it to me now. Put it in my eyeballs. Shall we move on?
Yeah, we shall.
All right, July. July. So we got some good stuff here. I've just got 3, though, but they're all big. I've got Spider-Man Far From Home, The Lion King, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
This is a good month.
This is amazing. Oh, my God. This is huge.
We didn't have a chance to discuss the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home.
We didn't.
So maybe we'll have a little bit of a chat about that, and I'll chuck the trailer in right now.
Nice.
I just want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude. That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my food call.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome! You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What? He looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
I have dinner in my teeth.
That's all right. What did you think of the trailer for that, Nick?
Far From Home.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
No, me
I don't know
neither.
what's going on. Mysterio is not that type of a villain. He's more of a joke. But Jake Gyllenhaal kind of like he looks like he's kicking a bit of ass there.
Well, it seems to me like they're playing the whole the supervillain is pretending to be a good guy for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Trope.
He's doing a bit of a Sinestro.
That's the vibe I'm getting, that he's
Okay.
maybe creating these things that and then comes in to save the day.
Saves the day.
Bit syndrome-esque.
Syndrome-esque. I like it. Is that what I said? I said Sinestro, didn't I?
Yes.
Wrong one, Nicholas.
But
Sorry.
he also pretended to be a good... Well, he was a good guy until he got the yellow ring or whatever at the end of that awful movie.
Let's do that film this year.
Oh, episode 100, yes.
No, we're not doing that.
Good trailer, though, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to see all these people back. It's like... Tell me this, though. So...
Go on.
It's set after after Endgame, apparently.
What?
Yeah,
Hey,
so,
what?
So it's like the world is kind of back to normal, I guess.
I'm not ready. Oh, hang on a minute. We would have seen the end of Endgame at this point. Oh, I'm fine with it. Sorry.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought that... sorry.
No. So we will know what happened.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
funny,
all
like
right.
they obviously had to advertise the movie, so there's no way around it.
Yeah.
But it's just, it is
But
odd.
It's a spoiler. Spider-Man survives, which, to be honest...
Spider-Man comes back somehow, or we're dealing with alternative realities.
Exactly.
Or, I don't know. Time travel?
Time travel?
I
Hey,
don't
it's not an option.
No, of course.
It's a little bit of a spoiler for Endgame, but to be honest, if you didn't know who Spider-Man was, like he is the poster boy for Marvel. Like he is. So
Well,
of course he's going to come back.
He's the, what is it, the best-selling comic book of all time?
Yeah, it's Spider-Man. Yeah.
Which is funny because he's not the center point to this franchise
No.
at any point.
And I love that.
Yeah, and I wonder
love
if they intend on making him that at some point, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kind of the Cap or the Iron Man of
Once
things,
they,
once they
yeah.
shuffle off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I thought I really enjoyed the trailer. I thought it was great.
I did.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
It's got a good look about it. I like where they're taking it. I like the international kind of feel to it. Yeah, I'm on board. I
Bring it
really
on.
liked that first one. I thought it was great.
That was really good, and it made me want to watch it again. Like I don't own it, and that upsets me. And that villain goes down as it's one of the highest villains, Vulture.
It's
really,
a great,
it really was
really
like,
great villain performance
so
from
good.
Michael Keaton.
Tyson.
Yes.
Director John Watts.
Yeah, John Watts, who...
Clown is the only other one that I know that he's done.
Aside from the first.
Obviously.
Spider-Man. Yeah, look, I haven't seen Clown. I saw the trailer and was like, I don't need to watch this. There was
such a good premise, and I
know.
saw like in his history, he's tried to do it again like several times. I'm like, oh man,
One day.
all right,
One day, Johnny.
There. Maybe you get there.
We talked about The Lion King pretty extensively when we did a trailer
did.
talk on it, but I'm excited. I love cats. I'm seeing this in the movies.
Seeing it,
Yeah, I think I'm going to see it. This man, look, tell you what, there's
That's
something about sitting in a giant theater and
that first kick in of that
thing that happens. And you know it's going to be remastered to within an inch of its life, so it's going to be loud, it's going to be big, it's going to rumble that theater.
see it at IMAX, Tice.
Maybe
See it at IMAX. That sound
that's
system,
a good
man.
idea, actually. And look, it's probably some of the best music that they've ever had, I think, in a Disney film.
Absolutely.
I think the combination of Zimmer and Elton John was surprisingly effective.
So good.
And I think there's enough in that. There's enough. I want to hear the score on the best possible sound system I could hear it on.
Yeah, man.
So why not first day line up, watch this thing?
IMAX, baby.
Yeah.
IMAX. Oh, bring it on.
And then we've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I can't wait for a trailer for this thing.
No,
I can't
me
wait
neither.
for this thing. I really can't.
I'm always interested to see what kind of tone a Tarantino film has.
Yeah.
So it's.
I need to watch Hateful Eight again because I feel like it was going off. I was swept up in the hype, I think, and now that it's completely simmered off, I own it.
Yep.
Watch it and then go.
I would like to watch it again.
Was it, or was I just built up? Was I coming out of there going, God damn?
Well, because
Glad to be out of
I
that cinema.
thoroughly enjoyed like 6/7 of that movie.
Right.
6/7. Yeah, and it was one.
long.
It's because it is long, and it got really close. I think the first, because we both saw the roadshow presentation at the Astor, which is the full experience with the intermission and all that stuff. You get your program and it's all that
78mm and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so I much preferred the first half to the second half, but I don't know if I'd feel that way after watching it again.
I think I preferred the second half.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
So. But the funny thing about knowing what Hateful Eight was and then waiting and kind of building up an expectation and then seeing the trailer and seeing the tone that it was going for.
Yeah.
I find Tarantino's tone really unpredictable.
Yep.
So, like, until you actually see a trailer and then it all clicks into place. You listen to a premise of his film.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, okay, this could go a number of ways. So I'm really interested to see
what
this is going. Yeah. Is it going to have kind of like a 70s kind of sexy, it was 70s, sexy Hollywood kind of sleaze sheen to it, where everything like Boogie Nights-ish, you know what I mean?
Or is it going to be that drummed down sort of David Fincher Zodiac type feel?
Yeah,
you know
exactly. That's a good example.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what kind of tone we're going to strike.
Reading on because I know quite a bit about Charles Manson because I've listened to enough podcasts about him, and so I know through and through what's going on. So having a look at who's cast as all the different characters and all the family members, I'm like, oh, good casting. What the fuck are you doing there? But yeah, good casting, things like that. But reading on what it's about, I don't think it has Manson in it. It has the family in it, but I think it's more concentrated on the police officers that Brad Pitt and De Niro play, I think, rather than concentrating on the family, the Manson family.
Brad Pitt and
DiCaprio, sorry. Yeah.
Sure. Well, aren't they? Isn't one of them someone's stunt double? Aren't they actors? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know what this is going to be about.
What angle it's going to take? Yeah,
you have
for
no
sure.
idea.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Can't wait for a trailer. I'll be seeing this.
Bring it on,
I'll be there
man.
in the theater for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's go to August, my man.
Yeah, man.
So we're starting to get to the point now where we haven't really seen trailers for anything.
No.
So we're getting. This is all sight unseen speculation.
Yep.
So we can probably smash our way through these pretty quick.
Well, let's start with number one.
We get the New Mutants finally. So
that's if we do.
We're giving that another crack.
Oh.
So we did discuss the trailer way back when it first came out.
We did.
We
and
liked the trailer.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, we really
man.
liked it. So hopefully this movie does come out because it could be really interesting. It's looks like a horror movie horror movie set in the X-Men universe. Oh dear.
It does. It does look like that, and it's such a great take on the Marvel universe in a horror genre instead of doing an action film or a comedy. It can be anything. It can be a thriller. It can be a horror, and they're going for horror for the New Mutants. So
why not give it a crack?
Bring it on, man.
So I hope they do release it because really, what's the point? You're going to lose the rights anyway. Just chuck it out.
Do it.
Chuck it out. Let people see it, and then just go. All right, cool. Well, that didn't work. We're starting again fresh anyway.
Yeah. Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh dear.
No one has seen this thing. Pass.
No, look, I actually think it's going to do really well, but I don't know. For me, it's not what I want to see. It sounds.
It's not my heart. It's not
I
my type
like
of
ridiculous.
Action,
I do like ridiculous, but it's getting a bit out of hand, guys.
I don't like that.
Everyone needs to take a step back and just be like, okay, I think we've just gone a little too far. Because ridiculous fun, kind of balls to the wall, bonkers action. Yeah. That's my bag.
It's 20-year-old fun. If you're in your 20s. Sure, I'm going to see this thing.
Sure.
I can't wait. It's going to be a boss. Teens. Okay, teens.
16-year-old me would have been all over this,
Exactly. You'd be like, yeah, man, did you see him do that shit? It was bad. Yeah. You go to school and talk about it, and you haven't seen Hobbs, and
it's just, we came around to a point where everybody fully embraced ridiculous action again.
Yeah.
And I was really happy, but I think we've just gone a little too far.
I'm too old, man. Give me James Mangold doing Logan. That's my action. Great. That's my action. I want some action with some hardcore dark elements through it.
A movie like this would never been able to exist in like 2002, right?
Right.
It just would have been, you would have laughed it off the release schedule.
Yeah.
Like just communal seas of laughter, and that would have just trotted away.
I'm going to pick the 2002 duo. Keep going.
But so we've all kind of got to a point now where we can allow something to be just ridiculous fun without having to ironically enjoy it.
Right.
Which I'm very happy about, because I don't like the idea of ironically enjoying these kind of action movies.
Okay,
I genuinely enjoy them.
Right.
But I still think we need just a little trace of cynicism within there, because now it's getting ridiculous. Like, this trailer shouldn't be a movie. Like, it is ridiculous. And I think we just need to all just take a collective breath and just say, hang on, are we really doing this?
Come on.
Are we really doing this?
Come on.
But, good luck to them.
Okay, so the duo of 2002, if this were to happen, is actually Jason Statham again, because it's Transporter 1.
Yeah.
And it's Triple X. It's Vin Diesel.
Well, Sure. Why not? What else
I don't have anything else for August, Tice.
Well, I did see the trailer for Artemis Fowl. Did you see the trailer for that?
I did.
I'm on board because it's Kenneth Branagh. It's clearly trying to, I thought we were kind of done with trying to find the new Harry Potter.
Yeah,
we had so many failures
that
we had City of Embers and
Peter Jackson. Lightning.
Yeah, Percy Jackson.
Thank you.
We had Aragon, whatever the dragon thing was.
What's that one?
Everyone was trying to find what can be the next Harry Potter franchise. So we've got another one, but it's Kenneth Branagh. So I'm kind of interested.
Sure. Yeah,
and the trailer looks pretty good. Like, visually, there was some really interesting stuff happening.
It looks stunning.
Yeah.
But so does Mortal Engines, and who's seeing that?
That's right. Nobody saw that. I reckon it made about $14 in box office take-ins.
And that looks fucking expensive to make, man.
It was. Yeah, I think people lost their jobs over that thing. That's one of those kind of flops where I think...
Oh, really?
I think a lot of people got put in a room and went, Jesus. Okay, who's taking blame for this one? Because someone owes us $80 million.
What was the Disney one that died in the ass? The biggest all-time? With
John Carter.
Mm. I'm going to watch it.
Good movie.
It's really...
I guarantee 100% no bones, no sarcasm.
No bones.
John Carter is a good movie.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I really like it.
I can't wait.
We've got Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Did you see the Super Bowl spots for this?
I didn't, but I'm going to watch it because that thing scared the shit out of me.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro produced and directed by Andre Ovredal, who directed The Autopsy of Jane Doe, a movie we talked about.
Yep.
And also Troll Hunter, which was very well reviewed.
I have Troll Hunter.
So yeah, that looks really interesting. The creature designs look fucking great.
Yeah, man.
And we've talked about this before, I really like middle ground kid horror. Gateway horror for kids.
Yeah. Getting them into the horror movies. Guillermo del Toro is the one. If it says produced by him, that actually holds some ground for me.
You're right. Yeah.
That's probably the only one that can do that.
It's no Quentin Tarantino presents.
No,
which doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't at all.
But some guy smoked bongs with one night and went, "Oh, you got a movie? Yeah, I'll fucking put my name on it."
Bongs. That actually holds weight. The one that was major that comes to mind was The Orphanage, which is on the back burner for Bayona.
Yeah.
For Terrorizing Tyson, man, it's up there.
Yeah, I bet.
But that's it for me for
There was
for
one
August.
other that I wanted to mention because it sounds ridiculous.
Oh God,
it's a movie called Boss Level. Did you come across this?
No, I did not.
Joe Carnahan is directing.
Okay.
Joe Carnahan, director of The Grey,
Yep.
Narc, Smoking Aces.
Okay.
A director that I like more in he can just make films that I really like. I don't ever need to hear him speak.
Right.
But he's making a movie
called
Boss Level,
Yeah.
which is another one of these time travel loop movies.
Oh, God.
A retired Special Forces officer is trapped in a never-ending time loop on the day of his death. We've got another one on the way, which is ridiculous because how can people not be getting sued yet for this? But starring Mel Gibson, Naomi Watts, Michelle Yeoh, Frank Grillo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it on.
Frank Grillo. Bring on Frank.
Frank Grillo needs to be in more stuff.
Yeah.
And when all of a sudden everyone was like, oh, I think Frank Grillo is going to be a thing. And then it didn't happen. I got really sad.
Hey, it will. Just let it go.
He's been doing some B-grade nonsense.
Yeah, he still needs to pay the bills,
That's it.
man.
He needs to pay the bills, and I feel sorry for him because he's so good.
It's all right. He'll get there. Wow, really? Okay. Are we seeing this thing? There's no trailer, though.
There's no trailer yet.
Okay.
But like I said, Joe Carnahan has directed 3 or 4 movies that I genuinely think are fucking great movies.
Yeah.
So
Narc, man. How good was Narc?
Narc is something else.
God.
Yeah, so
even the 8... Oh, he only wrote the 18, but still.
No, he directed the 18.
He directed the 18?
Yeah.
That was actually not bad. For an action film, like, nothing to do with the TV series and who gives a shit, but still. Balls to the wall action. September, Tyson, would you like to jump into September?
Let's do it.
It
Chapter 2. We have no trailer yet.
We don't need one.
We don't need one.
It could literally just be the poster with a fuckload of balls.
They could just put this thing out and people would see it.
Tyson?
Yes.
How many times have you seen the first one?
Just the once.
Just the once?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I own it on Blu-ray, but I have
not
watched it again since the first time.
Since the first watch it. Okay.
All
right. Well, this is another one that me and my wife will hopefully... We're going to... Because we saw a morning sesh, Tice. We are parents, so we saw a morning sesh.
Nice work.
Palmed off. I don't think Little Man wasn't born yet, so Babe was still pregnant. And we, went gold class. We were the only ones in there, apart from another guy who was a fat nerd up the back with a the biggest popcorn thing I'd ever fucking seen in my life. And he had the biggest Metallica t-shirt. And at the end of it, man. I turned to him. It was a nod of solidarity, and it was fucking badass. I was like, yeah, man, that was decent. He was like, yeah, that was decent. And it was gold.
And for that moment, you were one.
It was so good.
I mean, we're going to see it, no doubt.
There's no way that this is going to be
I love the adult cast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Perfect. No. It's not going to be shit.
It's funny, though, because that first one, it feels like a bit of lightning in a bottle. Like, I actually don't know if it will be recreated. But as far as that feeling of watching that first one, because so much of what I liked about it were the kids.
Exactly. And this is where the original, the 90s one with Tim Curry, after it flips to the part 2, this is where the movie dies in the end. Like, it's not sustainable. It's kind of boring, if anything. This is where the boring part comes into it, because you don't have these kids that you're coming off. So I hope that they kind of go, you know what? We know what works and we know what doesn't work.
Yeah,
let's change it a little. Let's change it a little bit and have maybe some new things in there. I don't know. Do something new with it. I know the book is there. Let's stay true to the book as best we can. But
maybe let's not do the giant spider weird thing at the end. Maybe let's find a better way.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
because that's a book thing.
It's a book
thing.
Like it's a book thing. And a giant spider at the end needs your imagination.
Well, nothing
is going to make
as
it
good.
better.
Yeah, nothing works as good as what I imagine in my head when I'm reading that.
Exactly.
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a giant spider in a movie ever that scared me, and I hate spiders.
Really? Have you seen Arachnophobia? You've seen Arachnophobia?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a massive
Nothing
spider.
is more scary than just the ones that are on like the lampshades and shit in that movie.
That's so true. Okay, so you don't think that they've got a solid gold?
I don't think this is like a free pass kind of like they're just going to knock it out of the park no matter what. I reckon this is the one I think as far as like sequels go that has to work the hardest.
Yeah,
because
that's so true.
It's following a movie that I don't think people expected to be as good as it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all wanted it to be good, but it was really good.
It was really good.
And I think the pressure's on this one.
You've got Chastain, you've got McAvoy.
Good cast.
You've got Bill Hader.
Bill Hader, yes.
Come on, man.
I'm so excited for
Bill
Hader. Saw an interview with him where he was talking about how his scared face is a laugh.
Yeah.
So every time Pennywise would jump out at him, he'd be like, "Whoa!" and like smiling, and the director's like, "Bill, you got to actually try acting scared."
That's hysterical.
Yeah, I love him.
The one thing I do hope with this one, though, I hope that they keep it as 2. Don't.
Oh no, there's nothing else they can do after this.
You don't know that, Tice. This is a horror franchise, Tice, and you know what they do with horror franchises, Tice.
Anything can happen, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
All right.
Well, the only other thing worth mentioning in September is Will Smith is a pigeon. Spies in Disguise.
And it's actually not worth mentioning. I'm gonna ask Tyson to
see our episode where we discussed the trailer of Spies in Disguise. I might even,
ask him to edit that out because no one's seen that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm kidding. It's a kids' film. Kids are gonna flock to it because it's
flock.
This guy. They're gonna flock to it.
They are gonna flock to it. That's all I had for September, my man.
Same.
All right, let's smash through because this is getting long. This ep.
Man.
October. Well, we got another kids' anthology film, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I didn't, yeah.
Which I feel like might be kind of having its thunder stolen from it a little bit.
A little bit?
Because this doesn't have the same kind of pedigree, Like this is
who's directing this thing again?
It's DJ Caruso who did like Eagle Eye and that one that's like Rear Window, but not. With Shia LaBeouf, Disturbia.
I really like Disturbia.
He doesn't come with as highly recommended as someone who has worked with that Guillermo wants to work with. You know what I mean? Because now we don't know. When it comes to Guillermo's tick of approval, you kind of go, oh, okay, so the creature designs are going to be terrifying.
And it's got some bones.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I don't know what to expect of this one.
All right.
What else have you got in October?
The only other one that I've got is, because I literally have... Oh, no. I have a few. Gemini Man.
Oh, didn't that sound interesting?
Good Lord. Oh, does it? Or is it just a 6-day rip-off, Tyson?
Oh no.
Yeah. So Ang Lee is directing. Will Smith
think that's why I was really interested.
Yeah. Ang Lee, because he
Just say that again for the people that missed that at home. The plot of this movie?
The plot of this movie is Will Smith fights a clone of himself. That is it.
I've got an over-the-hill hitman faces off against a younger clone of himself.
Come on. It's the fucking 6th day.
Yeah, you're right. It could be the 6th day.
It's the 6th day. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 2000.
It's a bit looperish too, isn't it?
A little looperish, but it is Ang Lee. So we're going to get some beautiful, wispy, longing shots like we did with Ang Lee's The Beautiful Hulk. Which everyone should see because he was so green.
Of all the things that don't hold up in that movie, the CGI of the Hulk does not hold up. I came around on this as soon as I saw that
Gemini Man,
that it was Ang Lee directing.
Exactly.
The thing that did kind of frighten me a little bit is that it has gone through a lot of writers.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That
so
as well.
A lot of people have had their grubby mitts on this.
Yeah, and I feel that it's because of Will Smith. I could be wrong here. I feel like he's
the kind of guy that would call up one of his old mates and say, "Hey, can you snap this? Get this a bit snappier for me."
Yeah,
give it the Will Smith touch.
No, I don't think he does that. I think he does that in kind of a well, if you want me to put my name on this thing, I'm going to have a say on what happens.
Oh, I'm going to get some of my guys
to come through and Will Smith it up a bit.
No,
because what this is not a Will Smith film, and he would talk about himself in the third person.
He would,
even though I love him to death. He makes a mad blockbuster, but nowadays, dude, you've been hitting on the left foot, and you're not that great anymore. He needs to simmer it down a bit. Just simmer it down. Maybe do some Broadway.
Oh, actually, yeah. Okay.
Do some Broadway, then come back to us. I might see this, though, because of Ang Lee.
Oh, 100% because of Ang Lee.
Yeah.
Because that was a big turning point for me on this one.
But now, Tice, when you watch it, you're going to be going, fuck, I need to watch the 6th day again. After that, Tyson, in October, we have a movie that I'm definitely not on board for. The Joker. We have the origin story of the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix. We've all seen the screenshots. We've all seen. There's been a couple of moving pictures and things like that. The director is Todd Phillips. He's famous for the Hangover movies. But we're doing a Joker origin story. Now, why this rubs me the wrong way? I'm just going to be quick because I know that we're running over time.
That's all right, man.
But why this rubs me the wrong way is because we don't need... There are characters in the world that we don't need a backstory for. And this is one of them. Because it helps their character. The best thing about when Heath Ledger played the Joker was he was psychotic. And it didn't matter what his backstory was, even though you thought you were getting a little bit of, do you know where I got these scars? You were getting, he's telling us a little bit about, no, because the story kept changing. He was a nut. So do we need to see how a man becomes this?
And well, I mean, it's something that's kind of existed forever through the comics as well, is that any time we do get a Joker backstory, it's never really officially canon.
Yeah.
They're kind of like,
this could happen.
They're alternate reality kind of versions of that.
Yeah.
And no definitive version has been said, oh yes, this is exactly the backstory for the Joker. And
exactly.
It's so much more effective character. So if this movie's doing a film version of that, so saying, it's not canon, but this is just our version,
okay,
then I'm less frustrated by that.
I might watch it then.
But if DC are putting their stamp on approval and saying we are giving a Joker a backstory, which I don't think they are. I don't understand how this is happening. I don't know why we've got what Joker is the Joker that is it Jared Leto's Joker? Is that a thing, or
this is a brand new Joker?
So, but exactly. But so does it have no relationship whatsoever to any of the other films? In that case, it's not canon, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. If they just make a good movie, I'm on board.
You're on board.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it will be a good movie, though. But I think Joaquin Phoenix is an excellent casting choice, though. So, I don't know.
Such a mixed bag. It's a bag of cats. It's crazy. It's a bag of cats. I think they're doing somewhat of a Killing Joke way of it, I think.
Sure.
But either way, I don't know. Maybe put a little bit of a positive spin on it for me. Maybe I will. If they are saying, you know what, this isn't canon, this is just a film, sure, I'll watch it. But apart from that, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It's like all the things. It's like the Joker that they've got on that Gotham TV show. Like, you can't ask me to care about.
Can get fucked.
Well, I mean, I can't.
I fucking hate that show.
You couldn't sit me down and force me to watch however many episodes
I gave it
of
a
that show
mean shot,
exists.
Tice. I gave it 5 episodes, man.
Oh, that's a solid go.
That's a solid go. Yeah.
No one can accuse you of not giving that a solid go.
There you go. And as soon as Alfred came in with a bit of tough love, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Isn't he like an ex-SAS officer or something?
He just lost his parents.
I don't mind that though. I don't mind that Alfred could kick some ass.
Yeah, I like that, but don't give it to Bruce Wayne. He just lost his parents. Anyway, moving on. The other one in October, Tyson, is Zombieland 2. Oh, the original cast is back, Tyson.
They are all back.
And the director. And the director of Venom.
Yeah, look, he hasn't made a great movie since ever, really. Zombieland's a good movie.
Zombieland was a good movie.
It's fun. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
But he has not been able to back that up in any way, shape or form. This feels a little bit like desperation, kind of like, well, no one seems to like any of the other movies I've made. Somehow Venom made money. But there was that awful 30 minutes or less, or 30 seconds or less with Jesse Eisenberg.
He likes Jesse Eisenberg,
which was...
I'm not a fan of. I don't like Jesse Eisenberg. I really don't.
And look, I'm a mild defender of Gangster Squad. I didn't mind
We spoke about this.
Squad.
Yeah, I like Gangster Squad.
But he hasn't made a movie
to be honest,
that competes in quality to Zombieland. So we'll just see what happens, I guess.
We'll see what happens. I'll watch it.
I'll give it a
comedy. It's a comedy that's on the cards.
Yeah.
That I was a fan of. Especially the directing part of Zombieland, number 1. It was really good. Well, that's all I have for October. Yeah.
I'm happy to move on to November because there's once. Oh, man. What have we got going on in November?
Good Lord. Well, speaking about the old gang, let's start with
getting the band back together.
Tim Miller, the original director of Deadpool 1,
yes,
is doing The Terminator.
Yes.
With Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton back as Sarah Connor.
So we're getting, it's a bit Laurie Strode-esque.
Yeah.
We're getting a grey-haired, grizzled old
hey, but this
Linda
one
Hamilton.
should be able to punch some walls, man. I'm telling you.
Considering, so just add another 28 years worth of training onto that.
Jesus Christ.
She's going to be brutal.
But is she, though? Or is she going to think that, is it coming from a spot where, no, we won?
Oh, and she's taking it easy.
And she's taking it easy.
She's let herself go, you reckon?
I can relax. But she hasn't lost it, man. It's like riding a bike.
I'm thinking maybe
Imagine that! Oh, fuck.
I'm thinking maybe she's had a bit of work done. Maybe she's got some
some synthetics.
Some synthetics and stuff. So that not like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe some just to help her out a little bit.
Bionic arm, maybe.
So that she can still kick some serious butt. Because I can extend this belief to a certain amount, but I can't believe a 70-something-year-old woman would be able to keep up with the Terminator. I just don't think that's...
Well, that's because
that's
don't
a bit of a stretch.
She's been
I know. the lengths they had to go to make Sarah Connor capable of being able to take on a Terminator was that she had to be able to do chin-ups in an insane asylum every day for years.
For years.
And all the chin-ups forever. And then we finally just believed that she could take it on. So I think that there's a certain amount, I don't know if I can go as far as saying, put 70-year-old Sarah Connor in a one-on-one with the Terminator and she'll do okay. So I feel like there needs to be something there. I think she needs to...
Do you think that Arnie is playing for the good or the bad?
Oh, well, I think, don't we have to have him back bad again now?
Do we?
I think we've had him be good enough now that he probably has to be bad.
Really? We've had... So Salvation doesn't count, that CGI
that's
monstrosity?
Right. We did get that once. I forget about that movie.
Let's do that movie.
No.
Okay.
I'm excited for this, though. I'm actually excited.
Oh, really?
Well, because you know what? I can't help it. I have goodwill for this series. You keep burning me with not very good movies, but I'm still hanging out, man. I've rewatched Genesis. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm putting it out there. It's better than 3 and 4.
Jesus.
Easily better than 3 and 4.
I love that you think that's better than 3 and 4, yet the only Terminator movie we've done on this show is 3. Tyson.
Yeah.
Like the leastest favorite.
Second worst.
Come on.
Salvation is the worst. Salvation is...
I actually rate a little Salvation. I don't rate a little of it.
Yeah, only a little.
Bit of it. Oh, only a little.
Yeah. What else you got in November? I've got Dr. Sleep, the sequel to The Shining.
Dr. Sleep, sequel to The Shining.
Mike Flanagan, who is another one, speaking of what we were talking about before, about Jordan Peele becoming a horror auteur.
Yeah.
We now have Mike Flanagan as well, who is consistently making good horror films.
Nice.
So I'm excited to see what he does with Dr. Sleep.
Bring it on.
I have Dr. Sleep. I've never read it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've read The Shining.
Please.
Which was just fucking...
Yeah, bonkers.
Oh, my God. Talk about being
scary,
terrified reading a book. There's only a few books that have really scared me. Salem's Lot scared me when I read it, because I used to go out for a cigarette to read it, and I would have to put out the cigarette and go back inside because I was so terrified of being outside while I was reading Salem's Lot. And The Shining I was reading while I was on the toilet.
Right.
TMI, of course. But, you know, people read books in the bathroom, right?
Yeah, man. Before phones were invented.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't do it as much anymore, unfortunately. And because of the bathroom theme that ran through it, I had to stop reading it in the bathroom.
Wow, really? That's awesome. That is really awesome to know. So you didn't put did you put The Shining in the freezer? You didn't put it in the freezer?
I don't need to put books in the freezer.
Okay, just checking. Kingsman, great game. Matthew Vaughn, we're on for a third. 2 didn't do that well, and now we're doing a third.
He's got a chance to redeem himself.
Hey.
Everyone loves that first one, despite strangely high amounts of anal sex jokes.
It was 1, wasn't it? Wasn't it 2? It was 2 jokes.
Two's a high amount for an action comedy, don't you think?
That's the only thing Sam hated about it. She loved it until the anal sex jokes, and I was like, anal is a thing.
Yeah, but
no,
do you not like? I just found it so.
It was out of. It was a little out of place.
We're just enjoying this really kind of great action movie, and it's like, oh, okay, sure. We're just talking about.
Okay,
all right.
If you win, I'll let you stick it anywhere. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's strange.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah, odd is the way to describe it. Odd and off-putting to the point that it makes you kind of just lift your eyebrow and go, wait, what?
Who said?
Am I watching? What am I watching?
Hang on, what?
So we'll see how the third one goes, because I think he took some of the wrong...
Have you seen the second?
No, I still haven't seen it, because I heard that basically all the things you don't like about the first one, like the faults, because there are faults to it, it's a lot of fun, but there are faults, make that a movie, and you've got Kingsman 2.
Oh, shit.
So, we'll see about 3. And the other thing I want to mention quickly in November is there's a new Rian Johnson film called Knives Out.
Knives Out, man, and this stellar fucking cast.
Great cast.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and look, I love Rian Johnson. I'm a huge fan. I'm on board for everything he's done. He is another filmmaker that has yet to make a bad movie, in my opinion.
That's true.
I'm on board.
I will rewatch The Last Jedi.
Yep, you're a bit lukewarm on The Last Jedi, of course, but
that's okay. That doesn't mean that I love Rian Johnson. So,
and I'm also at a level where I actually thoroughly enjoy all of his movies. So, so I'm excited for this. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
Then we have December, my man. We've just ploughed through these last ones. We apologise, ladies and gentlemen.
We have.
But then we have December, which really only has one big thing that has been released. Which
Episode 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a subtitle yet.
No. JJ is coming back. Is this correct?
JJ is directing. Yes.
Yep. So we're in for a family romp of Star Wars.
Yeah. We're back to the carefree days of The Force Awakens.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's going to be fun, and we're not going to be that dark. But he can't not pick up from where Johnson left. So he's got to, there's got to be some elements in there that
I think the worst thing he could do would be to not take what Rian Johnson set up and carry it through.
That would be a horrible. Yeah.
In order to, if I think it says something really terrible about franchise writing, if you take a kind of cheater's way out and go, oh yeah, a lot of stuff was set up in 2. Nah, we're just gonna pretend some of that didn't happen. It's kind of like it's a slap in the face with a wet fish to writing, I think, because then it means that it's more important that the overall company is the more important, and then they don't, even though they say they care about originality, they don't.
And I may have been a bit lukewarm on The Last Jedi, but that doesn't mean that Rian has set up JJ with a fat pitch of a next film of what is going to happen.
Oh, there is some stuff he can do. There's some really great stuff.
My God, So
yeah.
So I'm hands down super excited again, as if I wasn't.
Yeah.
About episode 9.
Yeah.
And I like that it's
sure.
episode 9. I like that. I like that this year. Pardon me. We're not getting another Rogue One.
Yeah, we've got nothing in between to
I don't need another
dilute
Solo
our excitement about
like that.
Star Wars.
No. I need another episode.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's about time.
Yeah.
More Chewbacca, please.
Yeah. So I like the idea of it being, there are certain people that obviously we talked about. A lot of people don't like The Last Jedi.
Sure,
that's cool.
Yeah.
A small percentage of the people that don't like that, or I'd say about maybe a reasonable percentage of the people that don't like that, don't like that movie for truly hideous reasons.
Yeah.
There is a great percentage of people that don't like it for reasons that are totally fine. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is fucked. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just...
And those people can go and die in a hole.
And those people can get fucked and die.
Yeah.
And they probably voted for Trump and get fucked.
Yeah. But regardless of your opinion on it, we should be encouraging creativity in our franchises, because they're the same people that are complaining about the cookie-cutter nature of franchises.
Exactly.
And yet when something comes along and is completely the vision of the creator that they hired...
Yeah.
These people are flipping chairs and tables.
Exactly.
So you can't have it both ways. Just go and read your own fan fiction and jerk off in a corner.
Read Guns and Ammo and
allow creators to come and make the movies.
Yeah, absolutely. I am kind of in saying that I'm not. I feel a bit sad that JJ is coming back and it's not given to someone else, or that Rian could see.
I think if it wasn't Rian Johnson, I would have liked it to be someone other than JJ. I think it's weird to go JJ, Rian Johnson. Oh, we better get JJ back again.
Exactly. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that. It was, if you're going to do what the originals that we love did, which is give it to a different director every time, then that's what you're. That's why we love
they
them,
always had George Lucas's.
Say,
like he obviously wrote them.
Yeah.
But and J.J. Abrams can perhaps serve as that person, because I know he obviously, he oversaw as executive producer of the second one.
Yep.
I don't think it wasn't like he was ever in the room. You know what I mean? I don't think it's one of those situations where people are
let's do this, and they're like
completely blaming
Rian
Rian Johnson for. I don't think he got to just make exactly the movie he wanted to make.
Of course not.
I think J.J. would have
been
been there and said, "Oh, look, why don't we kind of." Talk about this, and he would have had to run ideas past people. So I think JJ is the overseer of it all. But there's so many talented directors that you could bring in who could co-write it and then direct it, and then we get 3 really distinctively different movies.
Exactly.
And isn't that cool? I think that's cool.
That was the point.
Yeah,
isn't that the point?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We've also got in December Cats.
I'm so glad that you said that.
Which is
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
It's an awful musical. I know people like it. I do not like it.
Really? And you're a massive feline fan.
Look, I love cats. I don't need to see humans dressed as cats
What's
running
wrong with
around.
humans dressed as cats? No.
Well, it's not the same. It's not like I sit there and want to pat a human dressed as a cat.
I think you do.
I
think you do.
Speaking like what I was talking about before about The Lion King, about how I want to hear that music, and I don't need to hear this music in a big speaker. I don't need to hear this music ever again.
All I've heard from this musical is just the backlash. I don't know any of the songs. I don't know the storyline.
I know memory.
I know nothing. No.
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah, you definitely
Sing
know memory
for me. Go on.
Memory, all alone in the moonlight.
Damn it! I do know that song. Really?
Yeah.
That's from Cats.
It is from Cats.
All right. Well, I do know one song.
Damn it! Really? Yeah, It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't understand how it became so popular. I always think of Mr. Sheffield when on the nanny, where the nanny, they give him shit for not wanting to produce cats. And he's flabbergasted that it's popular. And I'm like, I'm with Mr. Sheffield.
I remember that episode.
I
remember that episode.
Yeah.
You're the one man who passed up on cats.
It's people dressed in kittens. I'm with Mr. Sheffield here. He's got a point.
So true. So true. How the fuck would that make money?
So I'm trying to figure out what it is because
it's live action, man. Live action cats.
I don't think it is live action. I don't think it's people dressed as cats. I think
it's people dressed as cats.
Because it's got like Idris Elba in it.
Exactly.
He can't dance.
Oh God, does it really have Idris Elba? Why is it? Oh. Well, now you're not going to be Bond, man.
No, you can't be Bond and be a cat at the same time, unfortunately.
Rebel Wilson, Judi Dench, Ian McKellen.
Yeah, see, these people can't
James
dance.
Corden.
So I think it's a voice
Taylor
cast.
Swift.
It must be a voice
I'm definitely
cast.
not watching this fucking piece of shit.
Which means they're animating actual cats.
They're animating cats.
Which then to me kind of goes against what made the musical kind of unique.
The point
was that it was people dressed as cats. And so the dancing was kind of expressive for feline movement. So
right.
Do you know what I mean? So I find this a really strange.
So confused.
I don't understand what the point is then. You either have the people dancing and it's like, this extension of feline movement and it's all very beautiful and
sure.
Like balletic. What, is that a word?
Yeah, balletic.
I feel like that's not a word.
It is.
Okay.
Balletic movement.
I'll take your word for it.
Balletic movement.
I feel like I'm saying it wrong.
You're saying it wrong?
I feel like I've never heard that word before in my life, and now I'm freaking out a little bit.
Don't freak out. It's okay. Or it's animated.
You just don't do it.
Yeah, just
what's
don't
the point?
do it. Yeah.
I don't need to see CGI cats dancing. Or will they not dance?
Do you know the story?
Yeah, it's not a story. There is no really plot to it either.
Oh, interesting. Great.
Yeah, it's a collection of short stories
about specific cats.
About
and what
specific
they do
cats.
During
Yeah.
nap
And
time.
they all hang out in this one thing. The only overarching story to it is there is one cat called Grisabella who's like an outcast, and she wants to be reaccepted into the group.
Oh, what a fucking...
And there's stuff like about an old cat that's retiring and
what
stuff.
A ball of a time.
It's nonsense. You sit down for 2 hours and you come away at the end of it just like, well, that was piffle.
I've never been a fan of Andrew Lloyd Webber anyway.
He goes all right. I'm a huge Phantom fan. I love Phantom.
Yeah, everyone loves Phantom.
It's beautiful.
Did you love the sequel though, Tyson?
I never went and saw it. I don't need a sequel.
Everyone hated it.
I do not need a sequel.
Okay, cool. I love that we ended on cats.
Yeah.
That is it's just supreme podcast listening right there.
You
Nick Tyson
betcha.
Videotape. We're coming at you live.
Well, that's going to wrap us up, Nicholas.
That was lovely.
It's been a lot of fun. Why don't you tell the people where they can find us?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on every other social media outlet, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We do have a Gmail, which is an email address, which is nicktysonvideotape@gmail.com.
Yes.
But apart from that, where you're listening to us is pretty much where the main one is iTunes.
If you subscribe there, put some stars in there, do anything you like through whatever app you're listening to.
Absolutely. We would love you for it.
We would absolutely love you for it. Next week,
we have
Nick,
a bit of a special...
Well, we might...
Oh, no?
Yeah, it's going to be a special episode because we're back to our normal...
Oh, yeah, we're back to normal...
all the segments you know and love that you've missed out on.
Regularly scheduled programming.
We're going to have talking trailers. We're going to have what did you watch this week. All that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And with a little bit of luck, we're going to have a guest.
That's true.
So stay tuned to the social networks, people, because we are going to announce our very, very special guest in the next couple of days.
We will.
And the movie that we're watching that I think is going to be... I think people are going to be very excited to hear us talk about this movie. Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice. Nice. Nick, I think that's going to wrap us, man.
That was fun, man.
That was a lot of fun.
I
love our look forward to the year episode.
Yeah, that was my fave.
Barely.
That was my fave.
And then having to not see any of these movies because they get pushed to another year later.
New Mutants, where are you?
What happened, New Mutants?
Oh,
what happened?
New Mutants. Look, out of all of them, Tice, we'll see Avengers and we'll see Cats.
If you can only make it to 2 movies this year, that's the question. Nick, if you can only see 1 movie this year, what do you want it to be?
Fucking Avengers.
It's Avengers Endgame. I don't even know why that's a question.
It's not even a question.
Nick, I'll see you next week, buddy.
Tice, that was fun, buddy.
Bye.